welcome viewers. This is the Multiball Maidens March of 2026. Hell yeah. Kelly and Casey have organised the tournament this evening, and we have a few local maidens pop up to compete, but most importantly have fun and smash some pins with each other's company. I will throw the match play link into the chat for you guys to stay up to date at home. There we go, pinned in the chat. Nice, there we go. And so right now we are watching Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992, 93. Barry Ellsler design. And I believe this is a three-player game. Three-player game between Emmeline. I'm not too sure how to pronounce the second name, but I want to say Agalia and Stephanie. Here we go, Stephanie popping up right now. Unfortunately, this camera we have on Dracula for the scoring is a bit shit. You see it kind of like flash white every now and again, and so I apologise for that. However, ball 1, player 3. When it comes to, if nobody can get the ball going on this game, the mystery award on the scoop can be a pretty deciding factor between first and last place.
I never drink.
Catch you later, bro. I'll get this iPad going so I can draw on the screen and visually explain my thought process a bit better for you guys. Here we go, Emmeline, player 1, ball 2. Here we go, mystery is left on the top left. If you see that white arrow kind of to the left of one of the pop bumpers, can be worth anywhere between like literally 100,000 points or up to 20 million I've seen. And it can also light your extra ball as well as other little features, which is very cute. There we go. Emmeline ends ball 2 on 12 million points. Technically in the lead, however, Dracula can be a unpredictable game at times. You can either, you see people either scoring 500 million or 15 million. Nice, castle lock lit on the left ramp. That is on a timer. Nice, mystery, what do we get? Oh, Agalia skipped it. You can double flip to skip the mystery, which is sick, but it doesn't tell you what you got. And I don't know if she got much. Okay, 10 million into ball 2. Anyone's game. Let's see if Stephanie can pull out a massive ball. There we go. All good. We got one save. One save helping us out. Love never dies. Here we go. Nice. Oh, sometimes that ball can bounce off the bumper into the mystery scoop. Doesn't happen all the time, but it is always welcomed. There we go. Come on, again. Again. Nah. Here we go. Ooh, okay. I believe Stephanie has tied up with everyone else. Looks like she just got like millions of points from the bumpers. Maybe collecting the rollovers helped. I'm not too sure.
I am the last of my kind.
There we go, just going to test the pen is working. It's kind of working, it's popping up on the screen, however, I'm using a separate iPad to draw, and I cannot actually see the OBS stream on the iPad. Not that that matters to you guys. Here we go. Drawing is back. Can you see this? Oh.
everlasting love.
Here we go. Drawing is back. Okay, ball 3, the most important ball, if you ask me, because you have a multi-ball lit. On the script there, Agalia does not cash it in. I do not believe Emmeline did either. This is Stephanie's chance. If Stephanie can nail that multi-ball on the left where I'd circled, every shot will be worth 10 million points if she can knock that missed multi-ball into play. As well as the mystery is still lit, and that could even be worth 20 million. Let's see. Come on, Stephanie. 15 million. She might have caught up. Oh, nice recovery onto the ramp. We're now safe. Come on. No, we're all good. Recovery. Oh, shit. Okay, safe in the scoop. Here we go. Come on, next. You know you want to. Ooh. Oh shit. I think Stephanie still took the cake. Here we go. 16, 17, and 18 million. Could have been anyone's game. The mystery scoop could have changed all of that for anyone. There we go, loop champion Josh Gangsterberg. Alright. Oh, there we go, a little cheeky comp game. What's happening here? I think Emmeline's just having a cheeky game, taking advantage of that free credit. We're going to move on to Godzilla real quick. See how they're getting on over there. Oh, Godzilla is not actually on stream. That is all good because we can go to Dune. Maybe. Okay, we do have Dune, but we don't have a player cam. And we don't have a score cam, but we can see the game play. But that's all good because I can tell you guys the scores. I can't really tell you the scores, but they are on ball, or they're on player 2. Ball 2 or 3. Ball 2. Maybe we'll go back to Dracula and watch Emmeline's little revenge game. Here we go. Nice. Emmeline wants to crack 18 million in her revenge game. Here we go. Shoot again. Got an extra ball. Maybe that one came out of the mystery award. Nice. 2 million just from the skill shot. I find on this particular copy the skill shots are a bit inconsistent, and it's kind of tricky to actually choose your time wisely on plunging and accurately get the higher value skill shot. Sometimes the ball will go all the way around and hit the little target up here. Others it won't, and it will bounce around the lanes for an undetermined amount of time. Nice. It's only ball 2 because England did have an extra ball. Here we go. 13 million. 5 more. And she would have completed her revenge game. Missed the multi-ball on the left now.
They say you are the man of good.
Here we go, come on. No. Nearly there. Castle locks are lit. Let's see
You
if...
are but mortal after all.
Oh, we do have a live camera work right now. Let's see. That is better. We do have view on the scores. Let me see if I can... Okay, let's see if I can work some magic. I've never messed around with this. Uh-oh. This is the type of quality you guys tune in for here at Yield Pinball Shop. Oh, nearly it. Oh, Christ, this is... Here we go. Hey, that ain't bad. Look at that. Oh, I've been messing around with all the angles. That one kind of works. Here we go. I'll see if I can zoom in. nearly got it. Go, how's that looking? A little better? Oh man, that looks like crap. Well, there we go, guys. That's a view of the scores. We don't have the player cam exactly going, but that's all good. So 100 million player one. We do have Kelly playing. I am next to their game, so I can confirm players. 100 million is an amazing effort. Here we go, ball 3. I believe Kelly might have done her multi-ball, because if you haven't done it by ball 3, it is lit immediately at the start of ball 3. A bit like Dracula, how we were just watching that before. Here we go, and player 3 is Sam Schenk, who is not far behind at all, and Esther is player 2. And if anyone knows Esther, she did win a massive women's comp in Australia this year. So it is anyone's game at this point. However, Kelly is leading the pack. Nice, looks like she wants to smack that scoop. I feel like the ball always goes into that scoop, except when I'm actually wanting to hit it. Here we go, a bit of Hunter Seeker. I haven't explored that kind of gameplay much, but it looks kind of fun. There we go. Well, hell, 20 million for Hunter Seeker. Hell yeah. Maybe I need to check it out. Here we go. Can't get that scoop, but that's all good. Yeah, here we go. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Bumper. Nice. Now that right ramp's a very satisfying shot. 20 mil from the mode. She got 20 million from fluking a little Hunter Seeker too. Here we go. Come on. Give us a multiplier. 1.5x. How stingy. There we go. I believe she is just off 150 mil. There we go, a little player cam. Here we go, Esther is player 2. Taking advantage of that ball save. I believe she is in one of the, I refer to them as the night modes. I believe they have a more formal name. You've got the harvester battles during the day, and you've got the modes during the night. And you alternate between the two. Oh, little Hunter Seeker, here we go. Nice, come on. Where's a free 20 million? Come on, for the boys. Okay, no Hunter Seeker, 20 mils for Esther. Hey, not a bad effort though. Here we have Sam. Sam coming in player 3. I think she has to double her existing score in order to catch Kelly. Here we go. Here we go, a little Bart Simpson. Little tubby Bart Simpson. Look at that dick. Nice, starts the multi-ball. Beauty, here we go. If you can play this multi-ball long enough, you can actually whip some pretty decent points out from it. And if you can start your 2x, that is also nice as well. That is started by pressing the action button when you have it lit. And that's one of the awards from the drop targets. Here we go, already onto the locking phase. Nearly had a ball fall into that top lock. This is where the supers come into play. Very tough shots though, locking those balls. Drains, unfortunate, but hey, she's at 100 million. Very close to catching Kelly. Only needs, say, 50 more million, and she will have taken first place on this game. shit. Dangerous shot, man. That lock shot is brutal, hard to hit. And when you miss it, you have what happened to Sam there. Here we go. Good game, champs. Beauty. And I think they were the last game. So while we wait for the next round to start, we will stream a casual game of the arcade. And in that time, I will shout this out on Discord. Nice, here we go. Don't have any gameplay to show you guys, so I will show you them all huddling around, waiting for the next game to begin. Okay, nice. Round 2 is up. I think we watch a bit of Metallica. Here we go, Metallica. Nice, and everything's looking chill enough. We can read the score displays. And we can even see the players, I presume. Nice, just going to get this posted on Discord and then I can carry on with the commentary ASAP. Too many Discord channels, man. Just trying to figure out which one's the streaming one. Here we go. You guys now have my undivided attention. Metallica, who have we got going? We just had Carly, player 1. We now have Kelly, player 2. And then Emmeline, back in Emmeline here for player 3. Hopefully this game treats her a bit better than Dracula did last round. Nice, goes for the secret skill shot, nails that ramp, fucking A. 500k off the bat. Nice, now it looks like Kelly's going to be doing a bit of grinding for Sparky here. Nice. Beauty, and Cash is in a ramp too. I find on this particular copy, the flippers just don't have the oomph to make the center shots, including that left ramp. And kind of the captive ball and Snake and Sparky, just kind of those shots I find don't have the oomph compared to most games. And so you'll find that you'll aim for Sparky from the right flipper and you'll hit either the left ramp or somewhere around the left ramp instead. And then same thing from the left, you'll aim for Sparky and you'll hit the captive ball or even the Snake shot. Here we go, already has her coffin qualified for Crank It Up. Nice, and multi-ball it on Sparky. Cash is in a snake shot too, which is good for getting her to crank it up faster. If she can have a few shots with snakes on them while the chaos of multi-ball pursues. Here we go. Kelly has set herself up excellently. Snake shots. I think if she can just hit a grave marker shot too, that would be the cherry on top here. As well as just being able to carry out the multi-ball. Nice, here we go. Kelly's feeling it. Beauty. Now the jackpots here are up the middle at Sparky himself or on the sides. And then super jackpot, once you've hit enough, is lit up the middle. The jackpots are honestly worth like pretty little points, especially at first. But it's all about using this time and kind of chaos to collect all your items for Crank It Up. Kelly already has the electric chair and the coffin, just needs the snake and the grave marker. Now on this copy, the grave marker insert, the light is typically not working. It's because it's so close to that flipper mech, sometimes the flipper will kind of toggle it from being on and off. Nice! Kelly is finding the flow of this game. I believe she had an edible lit on the snake, but that is timed out. Hey, that's a great effort. Just needs grave marker. And if she can do a grave marker multi-ball, she's on her way to starting Crank It Up. Here we go. Nice. Ooh, okay. Excellent start. Hey, 20 mil though. 20 mil is an excellent score to have after a Sparky multi-ball. Here we go, and 2 million in bonus too. What an amazing start from Kelly. Here we go, Emmeline. Nice. Gets the skill shot in the top lanes. Not as much as Kelly's, because Kelly hit the secret skill shot. However, one skill shot is significantly easier than the other. There we go. What's the mystery giving her? A Metallica letter. Nice. Nice. Always appreciate a free Metallica letter, especially if you're struggling to find the ramps on this game. There we go. Up the in lane and out the out lane. That's all good. That's why they give us 3 balls. Here we go. Carly starting ball 2 off. I don't believe Carly has any progress towards Sparky multi-ball, and your progress towards Grave Marker multi-ball resets in between balls. Which might sound hard, but it's only about 4 shots to the grave marker for the multi-ball every time it resets. So there's a bit of risk reward in there. There we go, nice. About halfway through getting Sparky multi-ball started. Nice. Smacks that ramp. About a third of the way from completing Metallica. Nice, very close to getting Sparky multi-ball going. Hey, that's all good. She set herself up for a pretty easy multi-ball, ball 3, and then she can carry that into Crank It Up. Here we go. Kelly is very close to starting Crank It Up. Just needs a few more grave marker related shots. And fortunately, grave marker multi-ball is pretty accessible. Here we go. Extra balls lit as well. That will we have extra balls turned on because the maidens here are just playing in the public setting right now. So we haven't actually changed any of the games for any tournament related reasons. However, I believe extra balls will be plunged out to save on time, if anything. Nice, there we go, nice. Getting control of that ball. Well done, Kelly. There we go. Nice, and again, just getting control of that ball. Nice, Crank It Up is lit. Come on, Kelly. You don't need it. Get Crank It Up. Ooh, shit. All good. Starting ball 3 with Crank It Up lit is a very good position to be in. Now, Crank It Up is usually something that only happens once per ball, and so if you can do it on ball 1 or 2, it is preferred because it gives you an opportunity to light it again later on in the game. However, any Crank It Up is better than no Crank It Up. Nice. Emmeline's found that sparky shot. Oh shit. I thought there was a bit of ball save to cushion that fall. However, that is end of ball for Emmeline. But never to fear. Metallica is a very single ball scoring game. Nice. Carly, ball 3, player 1. If anything, at this point, she just wants to create a bit of a distance between her and player 3. And ideally try catch up to Kelly and surpass her. Nice. Halfway through spelling Metallica. Shit, just 3 more ramps and she'll start Lady Justice. Which can be a pretty lucrative mode if you can actually get it going. Oh shit, we might be seeing Lady Justice soon. Holy fuck. Sorry for the swearing. Nice. There we go. And so close to starting Sparky Multiball. I want to say she's either 2 or 3 shots off. Nice. 1 shot away from Sparky Multiball. We'll just cash it in now. Oh, shit. What a save. There we go. Second chance. Let's start Sparky before it's too late. Come on. Ooh. Okay, it's not the end of the world. There is a bit of distance between her and player 3. However, this does put Kelly in a good position, guaranteed at least 2nd place. And Kelly does have Crank It Up lit too, which will help create an even bigger distance between her and player 3. Nice. I think she's got everything lit on the scoop. Crank It Up, extra ball, and mystery. The wombo combo, if you ask me. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I had to serve a customer. If you do see me dip out between randomly in the stream, it is most likely because I am at the counter and still serving customers. However, I think I did witness a, unfortunately, rather lackluster Crank It Up from Kelly. However, she is still in a very comfortable position at this point in time. However, I'm definitely rooting for Emmeline right now. First goal, I guess, would be overtake Carly in player 1. Nice, there we go. That was a good shot at Sparky. Recovered. There we go, into the pops. Nice, there we go. Getting a few lanes. It's all good. When you complete all the lanes in this game, it just lights a mystery. Yeah, unlucky bounce there. There we go. I think that goes Kelly, Carly, and then Emmeline for Metallica. And we will switch over. What's that? And I have reports that Casey is blowing up Foo Fighters. So let's go ahead and check out the action. Nice, here we go. Over 100 million. Hell yeah, Casey. Nice, I believe she has a mode collect. Or a mode finishing shot on the Overlord. Nearly. Manages to hit both the targets either side the shot, but not the actual shot. The hurry up is counting down, however, very slowly, but counting down nonetheless. Come on, Casey. Lock it in. Nearly. The overload shot can be kind of deceiving at times. You think it's an easy shot up the middle, however, if you're not focusing enough, it can be quite the mission. There we go. Nice. Right ramps are crucial in this game. If you're not actively trying to make right ramps, you're never going to see Area 51 multi-ball. And the reason Area 51 multi-ball is so crucial when it comes to early game progression is because you can stack it with the Overlord multi-ball. A bit like Spider-Man when you can stack Doc Ock with the main multi-ball. It's just kind of like getting a few more points for your buck. Here we go, 160 mil. Great effort from Casey. Leading the pack. Here we go, we got Sam and Agalia next. Sam on 13 million and Agalia on 5. Here we go. Nice. Bull save still running, no need to worry. Nice, and I believe she has a locklet on the Overlord. Nice, good to cash that in. I don't think the Overlord caught that. I don't know if that penalizes her or if she has to lock it again and then start progressing towards the multi-ball. I'm not too sure. I have a feeling they've done some smart programming to stop a potential issue like that. However, this is ball 3. Player 3, Agalia, 6 million. Wants about 8 million more points to at least take second place, and then she can start thinking about tackling Casey's beast to the score. Nice. Lock lit up the middle. Shit. No ball save to help her there. Flippers are a very tricky thing to master and can sometimes bite you in the butt, like Agalia just witnessed there. Well, that's end of round. We will wait for the next round to start. I think we'll go back to that Jurassic Park cam, eh? Oh, look at this. The whole crew. Whooping. Nice. So we have the next round. Not yet. Hey, we can run through these rounds real fast. We might be able to bring a lot of pinball action to you guys tonight.
No commentary cam?
Nah, commentary cam's not working, eh? I plug it in and it gives me nothing. Or like it'll give me a frozen image of when it was first plugged in. God, we got a round. Nice, third round is up. We have the Mandalorian, Pulp Fiction, and Johnny Mnemonic. I think we will start with Johnny Mnemonic, as that game is most likely going to be the shortest, not because of the players, but just because of the very fast and hard gameplay. There we go. Just got done with some customers. Here we go. Sam Schenk on Johnny Mnemonic. The player cam's a bit wobbly. I think it might be resting on the game the littlest bit. Here we go. Multi-ball. Fucking A. Touch-tone multi-ball. I believe this might have been awarded through the lock. Like locking the ball on that keypad. For those in chat, are we a fan of Johnny Mnemonic? Have you ever played one or come across it? It's not the most common game. However, it has developed a big cult following, I would say, in the last decade or so. I think I heard George Gomez say in an interview that everyone hated Johnny Mnemonic upon release, and now everyone loves it. And there is a lot to love with this game. And you might notice these two ramps. They are like extremely quick kind of turnarounds back to your flippers, so you can combo the hell out of these ramps. And Gomez is quoted, has said that Steve Ritchie's Terminator 2 is what he was playing a lot when he was designing this game and was a big inspiration, which you can definitely see, especially when it comes to those ramps. And if Terminator 2 isn't an inspiration, I don't know what is. To any game that is. I think that game is a masterclass on how to design a wicked-ass pinball. Here we go, skill shot. 25 million and some gigabytes as well. Do not ask me what the gigabytes do in this game. I'm really unsure. However, I believe they might award some sort of extra points when it comes to your bonus. Nice, here we go. Selecting the Cyberspace Award. Beauty, what do we got? Stephanie timed out the glove. I think she's trying to actually use the jackpot matrix. I mean that's a very smart thing to do. I don't mean to sound like that's something people don't do. I'm definitely referring to the matrix. Here we go, video mode. This is one of the most discombobulating video modes I've ever played. You've got 4 flipper buttons on this game, or like 2 buttons on either side of the cabinet. One for your flippers and then one for kind of alternate movements, like moving the glove and up and down when it comes to this video mode. Nearly finishes the first wave. Hey, but 120 million just for pressing buttons at the right time ain't bad at all. There we go. Is this Ball 2, Player 1, anyone's game at this point? Pressing buttons at the right time is all pinball is. That is absolutely correct. Here we go. A bit of a sneak peek at the Cyber Matrix. Nice. Number 1 equals Super Loops. Not something I'm actively going for in this game, but I also feel like I've only scratched the surface of when it comes to the rules and scoring in this game. I know enough to get me through a tournament, but I don't know enough to set the grand champion score. Nice! Combo in those ramps is good for advancing your Yakuza strike, comparable to Payback Time in Terminator 2. However, a lot less ramps to combo. And arguably more comparable scoring when you compare it to the Multiball-ish. I don't know. I might be speaking out of my ass there. Here we go. Not a bad effort from Sam. 187 million, technically leading the pack. However, it really is anyone's game. Johnny Mnemonic, I've seen, has been noted as one of the highest scoring games ever when it comes to pinball. Up there with Attack from Mars. Nice! Smashes that right ramp. Nice. 2 combos. Hey, 10 million just for getting a second combo. That ain't bad. Nice. Great combo. That right ramp is harder than it looks. Nice. And gets a throwing spike too. Gets enough throwing spikes and she will light her spinner, which can be worth millions. Nice. Already up to 250 million? Just for combo and a few ramps. Here we go. What award is she going to pick? I believe after she picks an award, it's going to pick up one of the other balls. Here we go. Matrix timed out. There we go. Did it pick up a ball or? Oh, here we go. Now it's coming back. Get the stopwatch out, my God. It's seeing mechs like this glove, where it makes me think to the Stern Pro and Premium model. This is a game that I think might benefit from having a Pro version. Not that, although I do think the Cyber Matrix thing is really cool. You could technically emulate that on the video display, but it would be nowhere near as cool. Nice, here we go. Ball 2 locked. What'd you get for that one? Super loops. Well, hey, 25 million just for hitting a loop. That ain't bad. However, there can be some very lucrative awards in that matrix, especially things like hold bonus when you have racked up a big bonus. Ooh! Bit of spin on that ball, and then I accidentally blocked it with the right flipper. Hey, but that's all good. This bonus might be pretty decent too. There we go, 86 mil just from bonus. There we go. Carly puts a bit of pressure on everyone else. Nice, 50 mil just for making a skill shot. I don't even think she needed to move the flippers for that one too. Cool. Start some mode. Now these modes are something I'm really uneducated in. I try my best to not go for modes because I know of scoring and other features. However, it's cool to watch someone else do the modes as I like to see the animations. Here we go, back from serving a customer. Who was player 1 was that? Sam. Unlucky Sam. I think she takes a 3rd place for this match. Now there's 9 players in the tournament, so all of these groups are groups of 3, which is really cool. Because it means all the points are evenly divided. There we go, doing some throw and spike action. Ripping that spinner. I think she's one throwing spike off lighting the spinner. And if she can light that, then she is just asking for points. There we go, spinner millions. This is where the money is at. If you see that that shot kind of on the right in the middle, that is the spinner shot. And it is worth millions. Here we go, great score from Carly. 947, however, Stephanie, I think, is just shy of 400. And that score is very beatable if Stephanie can hit the right things. Nice, start some mode. Nice, wants to hit the left loop for this mode. Weird dolphin mode. This movie is on my list to see, purely because I think the game is so cool in terms of its theme. Unfortunate drain there. Not enough in bonus. There we go, that is Johnny Mnemonic. We will try and move on to another game. We might go Pulp Fiction for you guys. Awesome, here we have Jennifer. Nice, the scores are a bit blurry, but I can translate them for you guys if needed. Nice, ball 3, player 2. Looks like anyone's game at this point. Everyone's around the 150 mark, if not shy of it. And given that it's such a close game at ball 3, starting briefcase multi-ball isn't a bad shout. There we go, first payoff done. Nearly at 200k. This multi-ball is a bit of a slow burner, but I was playing it today, and if you can get the super, then there's some good points coming your way. But it takes a few a few kind of waves of jackpots to get some decent points sporting. Here we go. Just needs that briefcase shot. If you see that kind of those lights strobing up, that's the shot she needs on the left there. There we go. Royale with cheese. There we go. 300,000 points. Putting the lead on, so she's already guaranteed second place because she has overtaken player 1. So Jennifer now wants to set the score for player 3 to beat. Nice cradle separation there. Nails that pawn shot. Nice. Nice. Gets the briefcase shot. There we go. How much was that? That was like, I think, 100,000 points. Hell yeah. Now, I believe Jennifer wants to hit 3 lit shots and it will light her payoff on the briefcase again. There we go. One more shot. Perfect. If she can nail that briefcase, she is asking for big points. Come on. Come on, Jennifer. She's already at 800,000. Fuck. Oh, no. Unlucky. However, that was an excellent multi-ball. Getting to that third wave and let alone just like lighting that third payoff on the briefcase is not easy at all. Here we go. And lights her mode 2. Jennifer is just asking for points right now. Nice. And she does have a ball save, or like an outlane ball save lit on the left. I believe that changes with every hit of the slings or pops. Nice, trying to get control of that ball. Ooh, nearly gets that mode shot. Nice, passes the ball to her right flipper. I think she might be trying to go for the pawn shot multi-ball. Ball save. Gotta love the ball saves on this game. Not many of them, so when you do get them, they are appreciated. And every time it's lit, it is earned. Ooh, unlucky. Straight out of the pops between the flippers. Excellent score from Jennifer. Setting the bar high for player 3. Player 3 being Kelly. Nice, and 150 grand just to take home in bonus. There we go, over $1 million. Kelly is on 150,000. Which, but if anyone knows how to work a bit of magic, it is Kelly. Nice, lights her 2x multiplier off the bat. This puts her in a very promising position if she can start that. Oh. Nice. Getting control. Excellently done. Going for the backhand on the briefcase. Not even worrying about the magnet shot. Kelly knows what she needs to do and she's not getting distracted. There we go. Starts her multi-ball. Doesn't bother risking the 2x, just wants to start the multi-ball and she can worry about the 2x later. Here we go. First payoff is lit on the briefcase shot. Great multi-ball. Yeah, Hamo, that was a great multi-ball from Jennifer. That was awesome. Let's see if Kelly can replicate it. Oh shit! Jinxed her. Oh no! Alright, 230. Oh, great center post. Hey, thank you, Peak Ninja Man, for raiding. For those of you who have just joined us, we are live from Wellington, New Zealand. We're here at Yield Pinball Shop. This is New Zealand's only pinball dedicated arcade. And we have our monthly women's pinball comp happening, the Multiball Maidens. One of the co-organisers of the comp, Kelly, is playing right now on Pulp Fiction and has to beat a score of 1 million. She's currently sitting at 230,000 and she's the last player on ball 3. Now Kelly does have her 2x playfield lit on this target here, and anyone who's played Pulp Fiction knows that that is a very tricky shot. However, if you put your mind to it, you can absolutely crack it. There we go, and has locks up the middle. Could be a nice alternate route to try crack $1 million. Nice, getting control. Oh, nails that lock shot. There we go. Lock number 2, just one more shot up the middle and she's got a multi-ball. Hopefully she can bring that multiplier into the multi-ball. But who knows, she might just try to take all the points she can get. However, Kelly is guaranteed second place, so she might as well try her luck and get first, because right now her bonus isn't enough. Nice nudge out of the outlands there. Not all nudging needs to be big shoves, as you saw there with Kelly. She just gave it a little tap. Okay, there we go. Lock 3. Now the pawn shot is all about the centre right here. You go through a phase of hitting the drop targets and waiting for them to pop back up just so you can smack them again. And then you want to lock all the balls and the pawn shot behind the drop targets. Rinse and repeat that for a while, and you got some supers on your hand. This multi-ball requires a lot of control because that centre shot, although it's straight bang in the middle, is not easy at all. There we go. Nice, gets one in. There we go, that shot is open. She just needs to get this ball in. I think she only has 2 balls in play right now. And once you lock a ball in the pawn shop, it stays there until you either drain out of the multi-ball or lock the other balls in. Here we go, a little payoff there. These kind of early multi-balls are not worth much at all until later on in them. Here we go, 2x. Now the scoring begins. Unfortunately, Kelly has used her 2 kind of easy multi-balls. But if she can get some modes going, or potentially even look at doing a bit of cast chaos, nice, collects a character. That is perfect for getting closer to starting a mode. Come on. Nice. Takes it in lane. Ooh, unlucky. There we go. Great effort from Kelly. Nice, 500k. Great game from the Maidens here. And I believe that is it for this round. We might actually just quickly watch a different game that isn't part of the tournament just while we wait for the next round to start. It shouldn't be too long. Nice, we just got Dune in from the States pretty recently. Original copy actually got like completely munted in shipping, and so we had to wait ages for them to ship, or for the insurance to pay off, and then for them to make us a second game and then ship the second game. Here we go. Welcome Dupes Nog to the chat. Good to have you here. You had no idea that people stream pinball on Twitch. Definitely a pleasant surprise. Absolutely, you'd actually be surprised about how active the pinball streaming community is on Twitch. It's been going, I want to say, for like nearly 10 years now. There was a streamer who went by the name Deadflip, who, from what I've heard, kind of pioneered streaming pinball as a full-time gig, and has since moved on to bigger and better projects in the pinball community. Oh. There we go. I've always liked pinball. but have gotten very into it recently. Been cool to see all the modern machines. Was pretty lukewarm on the post-90 machines until I played some Elwyn games. Absolutely dupe snog. There was a bit of a bit of slop coming out in the 2000s, you could say. Stern Pinball was the only one, we're the only ones making pinball, and like, not that they were making bad games, but they were definitely on a tighter budget and wanting to, you know, they cut costs in terms of things like art and certain production, and you can kind of tell a bit as they some of them feel a bit soulless. However, they got their footings going in the early 2010s, and then by the time the kind of late 2010s came around, Keith Elwyn started designing for them, and has just brought so much more enthusiasm into the kind of current day community. Here we go, watching a bit of Fishtails. We have Jennifer, Sam, and Emmeline. Nice, Emmeline player 3. All the games here are 3-player games because there's 9 people in the tournament, which is awesome because it means all the scoring is consistent. Nice, nailing those ramps. Oh. I wonder what kind of strategy we'll see. Fishtails is an excellent tournament game. There's a lot of ways to play it. You can kind of just ramp out and cash in some monster fish. You can go for the boat modes in the center, or you can try your luck at some super jackpots. And once someone gets a super jackpot, everyone's going super jackpots. Here we go, ball 1 locked. Nice, ball's in the shooter lane there. Easy, spots it. Nice, 1 ramp away from the monster fish. Oh, good, locks the ball instead. Perfect, and when the monster fish is lit, it is a hurry up that starts at 20 million points on this left shot here. And you just need to hit the spinner in order to register it. Here we go, autocast coming in clutch. However, you can't hit the spinner from behind. The game kind of knows when it's auto-plunging into the spinner and won't award you the monster fish. But who cares about monster fish when we got multi-ball going? On paper, multi-ball is real simple. Lock a ball in here and light a jackpot around here. Lock 2 balls in here and the jackpot's doubled, and use the 3rd ball to go in there. 3 jackpots and you've got some super jackpots lit in the middle. Super simple on paper, yet hard to pull off in person. Oh good, I think that is multi-ball. No, she has the ball locked, so she just needs the jackpot. However, the jackpot is on a timer, has timed out, and that is multi-ball done. However, during that multi-ball, she did light one of her modes up the middle here, that being her video mode. So if she can smack that captive ball, she will light her video mode, which can be a strategy to earning big points fast. However, it's not a very repeatable strategy. As in, you can get like about 30 mil just for doing a video mode. Hey, great effort from Emmeline. Here we go, Jennifer, player 1. Hey, bonus held, 7 million. Great ball, 41 million. Let's see how Jennifer attacks this game. Nice, I think she might be ramping out. Oh, beauty, nails it. All good. Nice, nails that lock. Nice, ball 1 locked. Takes a U-turn. Underrated shot, man, the U-turns. You kind of have seen Gomez bring that back. Oh, ball save. Ball save. Uh-oh. No, this time. Unlucky Jennifer. You see Gomez has kind of brought back the U-turn on James Bond. If you kind of hit that ramp from the side and it falls down the right. A U-turn is when you hit the ramp going up one way and then it comes down the other entrance, or vice versa. It's not worth all too much, but it is cute and it makes a cool sound effect. Here we go, extra balls lit. Nice, keeping that ball going. Nice, takes an in lane. Ah, just to take an out lane. Hate to see it. Hey, that's all good. It's only ball 2. This is a game of 3 balls. And all you really need is 1. Here we go. Emmeline in an excellent position here. Starting ball 2 with 40 million. I hope she nails that captive ball sooner than later, especially during her autocast. There we go. Nice. Video mode is now lit. Nice. Saves the ball from the middle there. Here we go. Ball save still going. Here we go. Nice. Now it's time to lock in and cash in that video mode. Nearly took an out lane for that. Ooh, in the center drain. Hate to see it. There's nothing that feels more helpless than just watching the ball bounce between the tips of your flippers. Nice catch there from Jennifer. Beauty. What's another game that has a similar kind of ramp comboing feature? Or just what's a game that has a nice pair of ramps to combo again and again? This is one of them, but I can think of a few from the 80s and the 90s. Nice, ball 3 locked. Here's the multi-ball. Same thing, lock 1 ball in here, and your jackpot's lit all the way around on this shot. If you lock 2 balls in, it doubles the jackpot, and the jackpot is only lit for about 25 seconds. Nice, now Jennifer does have the ability to load her video mode. She has just done that, so after this multi-ball, she can play a cheeky video mode. Nice, she is 1 ramp away from Monster Fish. If she can pair those, that is a winning combo. Nice, come on. Here we go, Monster Fish lit on the left. Ooh, just misses it, but that's all good. It's all good. She's still got plenty of time. You can backhand it on this one. However, that is not easy. Oh, saves it. All good. Monster Fish is only worth 5 million now. Oh shit, starts rock the boat. Every shot is worth 10 million, or maybe only the boat shots are worth 10 million. However, those ramps that Jennifer was excellently comboing are all worth 10 million. It was too late, unfortunately. But that's all good. She still has her video mode lit. Nice. There we go. A few points that maybe could have been achieved a bit better. However, there's always points to grab on this table. Still an excellent ball from Jennifer. Caught up to Emmeline. Oh, Emmeline nearly plays out a turn. Here we go, but realised her potentially fatal mistake right away. That would have been heartbreaking to see, especially with an excellent score like that. Ooh, and this is ball 3, so Jennifer unfortunately can't get first on this game. She came very close to leading the pack though. There we go. Sam is in a position where she can absolutely take first, or at least put herself in first place. However, first thing she should be doing is trying to beat Jennifer's score at 47. Nice! Finding that lock shot. The lock shot is never an easy shot. And I feel like it's a shot that never gets old. Oh! On the fly too, gets 2 million for the fast cast. Sam is just nailing that shot. Starts her multi-ball. If she can get a jackpot, she will more than likely overtake Jennifer. Here we go. I believe Sam has a video mode lit too, which could be lucrative after this multi-ball is finished. Here we go. She's hitting that captive ball a lot, and although it is a dangerous shot, she is still getting 2 million every time she hits it. Here we go. Jackpot's lit. Like she might have 20 million and kept the ball hits from this multi-ball alone. Such a satisfying shot. Here we go, come on, jackpot! Ooh. Only a few seconds left. I don't know if she knows where it is. It's not the most obvious thing. Ooh, nearly was in the kind of right area but did not get it in. That's all good. She can just lock another ball and she can start her jackpot again. Or just combo some ramps. Hell yeah. Nice save. That was awesome. Here we go. Monster Fish lit on the left. Nice. Oh, not a jackpot. Okay. That was all good. Here we go. Monster Fish on the left. 15 million. And even if you score a low Monster Fish, the beauty of it is that the next Monster Fish you start is going to be worth 10 million more. Double drains. Oh, this is going to be close. Okay, 3x bonus. Okay, there might be hold bonus. 6 million. Oh, just puts herself in the lead. Now 4 million points on Fishtails is not a lot, but when the pressure's on, the pressure's on. Nice, locks the ball. Nearly got the fast cast there. I think I saw that reject. Nice. Now these ramps might be worth even 1 million when they're lit. Going for the locks, just needs 4 more million to win this game. Okay, 2 million just for hitting the captive ball. 53. Come on, one more captive ball hit. I think she's done it. Long cast is 1 million. I think she's got it in bonus. Now this game has not scored bonus in the past, this particular copy. Awards it to her there. That was a bit of a gamble. If they hadn't awarded her bonus, she would have taken a second place there. Well deserved, Emmeline. Great work to all the players. That was an extremely close game between everyone. I think everyone was within 10 million of each other and at decent scores too. Nice work, team. Now, are there any other games still going? I think we have Metallica and Doom to watch. So we'll start with Metallica because that one has a player cam on it. Here we go, Stephanie playing a bit of Metallica. I think she might have Crank It Up lit, if I'm not mistaken. She does. That's worth big money. Oh shit! Please tell me that wasn't ball 3. Come on. Come on. Hey, 6 million bonus ain't bad. Shoot again. Ball 2. She has to pray that the ball doesn't fall into the scoop and starts a false Crank It Up. Because she is just plunging out her extra ball, she is not allowed to flip. And there is a low chance, but a chance that the ball could fall into that scoop. I believe she has 2 extra balls. Man, this game just hates her. Okay, again, we are hoping that the ball does not do a little combo between the slings and into the scoop. That would be seriously heartbreaking. However, 62 million is still a great score, and we're safe. Man, the curse of the skillful plunge extra ball. Here we go. Stephanie is in an excellent position for ball 3, not only with a massive score, but with Crank It Up lit straight off the plunge. If she can do what Kelly just did and hit it off the plunge right there for the secret skill shot, she is in for big money. Here we go. Kelly on 6 million. Has a bit of a hill to climb. However, climbing hills is what Metallica is about until you reach the peak, that being Crank It Up. And then it's all downhill from there, as in the scoring is hella easy. Here we go, going for the Gravemarker Multiball, Master of Puppets. Nice. Nice wins the trap. Oh, beautiful backhand. That was excellently done by Kelly. Great ball control and great aiming. Here we go. I don't know this multi-ball too in depth. I believe all the shots are lit for jackpots. And then once you've hit enough shots, if you hit the grave marker, it's a super jackpot based on previous jackpots. I'm not too sure. Everything's lit and the grave marker does significant things. Here we go. I think that is multi-ball done. It's only a 2-ball multi-ball. Coffin Hurry Up is pretty lucrative, not necessarily in terms of scoring, but I believe in terms of Crank It Up progression. There we go. So Kelly has done her Sparky multi-ball and now her Grave Marker multi-ball, but yet still needs her Coffin and Snake for Crank It Up. It might be time to go Snake multi-ball. Don't see it often. It's not the funnest multi-ball to start. However, if you play long enough, you will eventually see it. Nice nudge there. Excellently executed. Oh, great save. And to an in-lane as well. Nice. Kelly is playing with fire. Ooh, unlucky. However, there were some great moves executed. Beauty, Casey starting. Oh, audio's bugged. Audio cut out. That might have just been I had to serve a customer real quick. There we go, back. Sorry guys, I'm also working the counter at the same time. There we go. Casey just had electric chair multi-ball and overtook. Well, I don't know if overtook, but has set a bit of a distance from Kelly. Here we go. Stephanie, player one, crank it up lit on the right scoop. There we go. Oh, nice. Rebounds into the scoop. Now what song's she going to pick? Nice. Enter Sandman. I do not know the rules to this one. So in terms of commentary, I might not be the most help. But, I think this is the one where every time you hit a switch that isn't related to the lit shot, it will change the shot. Which is an interesting concept. Like, is right, yeah. Whatever shot's lit, you want to hit that. Oh, and ball save is finished. Fuck, she might have been better off taking the 5 mil. Rough. However, there is quite the distance between Stephanie and the two other players. Here we go, Kelly, ball 3. She officially has the electric chair qualified for Crank It Up. Oh, nailing that scoop on the plunge. There we go. Mystery gives her a little snake too. Nice ball save to keep her cushioned. Nice. Have you folks in chat? Are you guys fans of Metallica Pinball? Have you guys played the new remastered? Which ones do you guys prefer? The classic Dirty Donny one or the new remastered edition? Here we have the original 2013 release. However, I believe this is a later vaulted edition. Not that that really matters. Nice, and Kelly is very close to starting her, I believe, her second Sparky multi-ball. Oh! Takes a cheeky Borg from the fuel lane there. Typically, the ball's pretty safe when it's just rolling down from that shot. Only played this game once or twice. Nah, that's fair. I mean, like, if you just, if you don't have one around you to play, how would you play it? This game is sick when you get the time on it, but it can be a bit intimidating, I find. Just gotta pop out for 1 second. There we go. Good game on Metallica. Stephanie absolutely crushes the competition. However, great efforts from the other two players here. Here we go. I believe that is this round finished. But I can swap to some Dune gameplay just for the minute or two that we wait for the round to start. The player cam's a bit out of focus on this game, and the score cam is a bit warped. But we make do with what we got. Just waiting for the folks to enter the results in, and then we'll get some new games started. Nice, the standings so far. Oh, it's a bit hard to tell until the results are actually fully entered. However, Esther took a first place on Dune this round. There we go. Have you guys in chat? Have you guys come across a Dune pinball? And even if you haven't, what do you guys think of it? If you have looked into it at all, I think it's pretty epic, and it gets a lot of play at the arcade. People love this game. Brutal, yeah. It's a bit of a lengthy game. I haven't really been able to devote any time to it. So I've kind of only really just seen the first harvester battle heaps of times. That shot from the worm, like when you're trying to go all the way around the worm, Christ, could that do with a bit of tweaking? Maybe that's something we can tweak, but just like, feels wrong. Feels like they could have made that ramp a bit wider. Okay, here we go. New games are up. We are going to go to Dracula first, because I have a feeling that game is going to be the shortest, because the other two games this round are Foo Fighters and Godzilla. So we'll watch Dracula and then we will tune in to the other games. On Dracula we have Casey, Jennifer and Carly. Casey leading the pack. Yeah, first harvester battle's the most you've seen. Yeah, it's a bit... I find it's a bit of a slog because of how... As in just like, because you've got to get through that first harvester battle before you can see anything in the game. And it's the same every time. And it's just basically like riff and spinner, hitting one of the ramps on the right, and then hoping to God you nail that worm shot. And it can be worth a lot if you do it real fast, which always feels good. But just kind of having everything locked behind a mode where you're just like required to hit the worm shot after a few shots, I find a bit frustrating. Here we go, Dracula. I think was that player one already done? I cannot actually see those scores at the top due to the angle. Here we go, Jennifer, player two. Now on Dracula, there is a little hole in the playfield here that you can shoot from this right flipper, or have the ball bounce into from the pops. And there is a mystery award lit at the start of the game, and that mystery award can award you 100,000. It can light an extra ball, or it can give you 20 million. So it really, there's a big range in what it can award you. And most games on Dracula, you're either scoring no points or all the points. And when you're having a very low scoring game of Dracula, the mystery award can be the difference between winning and losing. Nice, Jennifer, player two. Blaze in the chat, Casey came and went. Unlucky Casey. But the secret to Dracula is that the first two balls don't matter. It's all about the third ball. Because at the third ball, at the start of your third ball, you have a multi-ball right away. It does help to set up some other things to bring into that multi-ball in your first two balls. All good, here we go. Carly, player three. Nice, cashes in that skill shot. 1 million points. I find on this particular copy, the skill shot can be pretty kind of inconsistent at the times that it activates. Typically the plunge is meant to go all the way around and hit this target, and the moment the ball hits the target is when it awards you the skill shot. But if it misses the target like it does sometimes, it will kind of bounce in these lanes here for an unpredictable amount of time. However, skill shots aren't worth all too much in this game. Nice, mystery, what do we got? Out-hole bonus, 2x. Could be better, but it could be worse. Yeah, okay. Everyone's tied up. Here we go, just waiting for Casey player 1 to come in. Nice, I think she's just doing some things on the computer super quickly, won't be long. But maybe we just super quickly check out Foo Fighters. If I can find it, we go. Nice, Stephanie on Foo Fighters. Nice, what an awesome game. I feel like this is one of the most kind of underrated Sterns out there, which I'm surprised to say. But I don't think it sold as well as people, as I expected. I feel like it sold really well initially and didn't hold up as well. However, I still think this is one of the best Sterns that they've made. Oh, here we go, back to Dracula.
You are safe
And if you can get your hands on a Foo Fighters, I think they're worth a bit less than MSRP, so especially if you're in the States where there's so many second-hand pins. If you can get your hands on a Foo Fighters that's local and for a good price, I absolutely recommend it.
Do not fear.
Only game you'd rather listen to with music on headsets? Blaze, are you referring to, as in you'd love to listen to the pinball audio through a headset, or you'd want to crank your own tunes during it? Here we go, everyone's having quick balls. Jennifer, ball 2, player 2. Foo Fighters, not a fan of the band. Yeah, I get that. I think fortunately, with how they've executed the theme of Foo Fighters, I think maybe they realised that the potential lack of strength that the band holds up. I think they're an awesome band, but I think they approached the theming really well with going the whole alien invasion, Saturday morning cartoons vibe. Pretty much the closest you can get to an original theme from Stern these days. Nice, here we go, mystery. This is what the game's about. What do we got? I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. The cameras are a bit delayed. We got an extra ball. Not really lucrative because we are plunging out extra balls here. There you go. Nirvana was better. I mean, yeah, it's pretty hard to top Nirvana, but I can appreciate Dave Grohl for what he was able to achieve and how he was able to how he was able to do his own thing that wasn't just Nirvana, post-Nirvana. It'd be interesting to see a Nirvana pinball. I'd love to see the Nevermind album cover just unfiltered as the translate. That'd be cracker. Here we go, Carly, player 3, ball 2, 2 million for the skill shots. Maybe I take back my skill shot comment. Skill shots could be the difference between first and last place with the rate this game is going. Nice, castle lock. Oh, cashes in a castle lock. Perfect. Nice, this will give her another chance at a skill shot. Nice, now there's the tiniest bit of flipper hop on the left here. So it can make it really hard to hit that right ramp on the fly, especially when you're trying to loop that right ramp. Here we go, another castle lock lit. Carly is nailing those targets. Here we go, that castle lock is timed on the left ramp. But the scoop should hopefully pass through the ball nicely. Great catch, nearly gets that ramp. Carly is playing excellently here. Nice, mystery, what do we got? Now the score screen is pretty delayed at this point. 5 million, that's what we want to see. The mystery lights for a few seconds every time you go over the right in lane. And so when you're in a game like this, where the points are so low, it might be a strat of just rinsing and repeating the mysteries. Here we go, ball 3 is where the money happens. Ball 3 missed multi-ball is lit on this hole here. and the ball will float. Will be on a magnet floating across the playfield, and you got to knock it out of off its track to start the multi-ball, which can be a bit dicey at times. However, we take what we can get, and right now Casey wants to start that missed multi-ball. Nice. Here we go, controlling the ball. Oh shit! Okay, Casey is in the lead. However, one missed multi-ball should be enough to overtake Casey for the other, as in the other two players. Here we go. Good luck, Jennifer. Player 2, ball 3, Dracula. Guys, we are live at Yield Pinball Shop, Wellington. This is New Zealand's only dedicated pinball arcade. And we are bringing you the Multiball Maidens. This is our monthly women's pinball tournament organised by Kelly and Casey. Casey, of which is player 1 in this game. Oh shit! Centre drain does not get any ball safe. And that's the 3rd place for Jennifer. Really unlucky here. Here we go, Carly is begging for a missed multi-ball right now. Or even just one of the free shots that gives you 5 million. Nice. That ranks can be nice, that can be a few million. Hell, even video mode can be a few million. Nice, she might have it just with the random kind of stuff she's been awarding. There we go, and Carly takes first. Hell yeah. And this is what I mean by mystery award can be the difference between first and last place here. Carly takes first. Nice work, guys. Dracula is a very stressful game to play in the tournament. Here we go. We'll go back to Foo Fighters. Awesome. Emmeline, player 1, 24 million. I think player 2 is on 89 million. And player 3 might be on 7 million. Player 2 being Stephanie and player 3 being Kelly. Kelly being one of the organisers here of Multiball Maidens. Okay, takes a centre drain, but was that ball 2 or 3? Only ball 2. I hope you folks are comfy and have a few snacks because this could be a long one. Here we go. Stephanie, 90 million, has completed a mode. Complete 3 modes, and you were looking at the Austin DC Mini Wizard modes, which are awesome. Oh, shit! Nearly nudges that out. Unfortunate there. However, it's only ball 2, and Stephanie has set herself up with a good lead. Here we go. Kelly, 7 million. Has a bit of work to put in to catch up to the other players, but she still has 2 whole balls, and she is more than capable of doing so. Has her lock lit up the middle on the Overlord shot. You can see that little green flashing light there, as well as a mode lit on the left ramp here. Very satisfying ramp that can be hit from both flippers. It's kind of like the Johnny Mnemonic left ramp, if the ramp was like really hard and precise. I believe Jack Danger, the designer of this game, has gone on record saying that he loves Johnny Mnemonic. Here we go, locks the ball. Nice. New Orleans is a very simple mode to explain. All the shots are lit, and then whatever shot you hit is becomes the only shot lit. And you want to hit it again a second time, and then all the shots are lit again. And so you just you want to hit the same shot twice in a row. And in Kelly's case, that is the Overlord shot, but once she hits the Overlord, she can then start focusing on a different shot if she wishes to do so. There we go. Nice, everything's lit except the Overlord. And her multi-ball's lit. Could be the go. Nice, gets her multi-ball, brings it in with the mode. Now, this isn't a bad mode to bring into multi-ball, but if the ball accidentally kind of falls into the right orbit, she could be stuck on that right orbit shot for a while, especially with how hard it is to get that shot during multi-ball. Not only because multi-ball's chaotic, but you've got that top flipper potentially blocking it. Nice. However, her New Orleans shot is the spinner shot up the middle. And the red shots are her jackpots. I think she just needs to hit the right ramp. And if I'm not mistaken, she can still progress towards Area 51 multi-ball. I believe it's 5 right ramps, and it will start during this multi-ball. However, I think this multi-ball has come to an end. All my life total, 5 million. Not the greatest multi-ball, but it's points nonetheless. There we go, resumes her mode. Ooh, shit. Hey, great effort from Kelly. Here we go, we're now up to ball 3, player 1. We have Emmeline. Nice, I cannot remember what player 1's score was. There we go, 24 million. She is technically behind. However, she is more than capable of catching both of these players' scores. Picking her song. Unlike some music pins like Led Zeppelin or AC/DC, this game, the song you pick is just for your own pleasure. It does not affect any scoring or mode or potential rules in this game. Oh shit, fast ball for Emmeline. She will unfortunately take a third, which extra sucks after her taking a first in the last round. Here we go, Stephanie leading the pack. Stephanie is guaranteed second place, and now she just wants to set the score for Kelly to beat, and hopes that she sets a score high enough that Kelly cannot beat. Nice. Mode lit on the left. If she can do 2 modes in this ball, as in complete 2 modes, she'll be looking at some big money. All good, all good. Not enough gravitational pull in your fingertips to move that ball through the glass and out of the outline. Here we go. Kelly has to beat 100 million. She's on 43 million. 1 ball to do it. She can do it. Here we go. New Orleans. So close to finishing this mode. But hell, why don't we just do a different mode? Blue shots are what she wants to hit every time. There's always 2 shots lit. And every time she hits 1, the shots will progress over the kind of spread of the map here. So center spinner lit, and then it will be just their 2 side shots, which can be a bit tricky. Nice, takes it in lane. That was looking a bit dodgy. Oh, right down the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie, player 2, takes the win that game, with Kelly taking a second place, and Emmeline taking a third place there. We will now switch over to... Oh, we don't actually have a camera on Godzilla. We're all right. We'll switch to one of the mates playing a bit of Lord of the Rings. Keep the stream going here. There we go. Here we have Michael playing Lord of the Rings. This isn't part of the tournament. He's just here in the shop, enjoying his Thursday night. And what a game to enjoy your night on. Lord of the Rings is a fantastic game. Here we go. Got his multi-ball going. The multi-ball structure in this game is beautiful. Like, I would seriously love to see another game. I would love to just see them just completely copy this rule set, man. I love the kind of natural progression towards all 3 multi-balls, and then a crazy-ass wizard mode once you've done all 3. And it just, I don't know, it feels so good. It's so achievable, yet you still have to put in a bit of effort to get all 3 done. There we go, multi-ball going. Nice, and we do have a new round up. I'll let you guys vote in chat if we want to watch Fishtails or Johnny Mnemonic next. So Johnny Mnemonic has Kelly, Casey, and Esther, and Fishtails has Stephanie, Carly, and Agalia. We see a Fishtails in the chat. 20 more seconds, or we'll definitely go Fishtails. Alright, 2 votes for Fishtails. I won't complain. This is an excellent tournament game. Here we go, Stephanie player 1. I need to adjust that player cam. It even makes the shortest of short people look tall. There we go. I do love fishtails, regardless if I happen to own one or not. Now, the way this copy is set up, the tilt's pretty tight, I won't lie. The tilt is pretty darn tight. But we have everything else set kind of physically as easy as we can get it. We have the outlines set as easy as we can get them, and we even have replaced the lightning flippers with just standard flippers. Whereas these games came shipped with lightning flippers that I think were an 1/8 of an inch shorter than your standard flippers. And just to be extra nice and support the super jackpot players, we put a bit of ball save after you plunge when you lock a ball. Two flippers stretched. Here we go, nice, locks a ball. And there was that ball save I was talking about. I feel like once you discover and hit your first super jackpot on this game, it unlocks something in your brain. It's like no other feeling, and it kind of, yeah, once you get one super jackpot, it's hard to go back just to repeat a monster fish over and over again. Okay, not a bad start from Stephanie here. Locked the ball and has 15 mil under her belt. Not bad, not bad. Here we have Carly, player 2. Nice, straight off the ramp. There we go, great combo. She knows what she's doing. There we go, 3 ramps in a row, that is excellent. Hey, and she's getting 1,000,000 points every time she hits that captive ball. It might be a bit dangerous, but it's nice points. Here we go, Super Jets. Because the Maidens here are playing in a public setting, we have not adjusted any of the games to any tournament-related settings. So that includes extra balls being on and mysteries being random, as we just saw there. So someone could get a random multi-ball out of the mystery, for example. Here we go, Agalia, player 3. I have a feeling Agalia is somewhat familiar with this Fishtails copy in particular. Cheeky U-turn. There we go, autocast coming in clutch. Nice trap there. There we go, holds their bonus. Nice, there we go. Ooh, takes an outlane. It's all good. It's all good. Everyone's kind of in similar positions. Still anyone's game at this point. Ball 2. Although Stephanie is 1 lock away from starting a multi-ball. Oh, nice. 3 out of 6 ramps before lighting a monster fish. Autocast is still going. This little red light here is your ball save light. And fun fact about this particular copy, it's the only copy I've seen in person that has a red insert there. And that is because all the sample games from the factory had the autocast light as red, and then when they went into full production they changed it to green. So this is actually a sample copy of Fishtails, which is extra special. I don't know if there's any other obvious changes between the sample and the production copy. I know like the sample productions of Twilight Zone are pretty significantly different, not only in like terms of inserts and lights on the playfield, but there's also a whole extra magnet shoved in there too. I would love to play one of those someday. Not a bad ball from Stephanie. Sets herself up for 1 lock away from multi-ball, ball 3. And is leading the pack, 34 million. That ain't bad, that ain't bad. Nice, straight onto the ramp. I think Carly's done that twice now. She started ramping out straight off the plunge, and now she's 1 ramp away from Monster Fish, which is a hurry up that will start at 20 million points. Here we go, 1 more ramp, come on. Oh shit, just misses it. However, She can still cash it in on ball 3. She'll just need a lighter ramp again. Nice! Plunges it straight into the ramps. Such a satisfying combo. Nice. Struggling to make any shots, however, she is recovering regardless. There we go. Gets a ramp. Nice. Nails the second ramp. Beauty. Right into the locks. What a combo. Ramp, ramp, lock. Love to see it. There we go. And because there's already previously locked balls in there, fires out onto the playfield. Doesn't give her a ball save, funnily enough. Here we go. Lock 2. One more for multi-ball. Fun fact, if you guys see the screen here, if you ever see a skeleton fish stroll on past in the background, if you hit the start button, you will get 10 points in your bonus called a fishbone bonus, or something like that. I've never witnessed myself, I've only read it online, and every time I see the skeleton fish, I always am too late in pressing the start button. Lots of little Easter eggs on these 90s games. I know Star Trek Next Gen has a few, Adam's Family. Feeding Frenzy, here we go. All the shots are worth, she wants that, all the 4 kind of main shots in the game, that being left orbit, both ramps and the right orbits. And she will progressively get more points, going up by 5 million per lit shot. And here we go, starts her multi-ball. Here we go, third ball's now in play. I think maybe the final shot. Here we go, final shot's worth a bit more. There we go, 20 million for the final shot. The Feeding Frenzy is not a mode you see quite often on this game, but is a very cute mode with wicked sound effects. You get this like real kind of distorted kind of bass thing going every time you make a shot. Here we go. Glad the ball didn't get stuck on that switch. If anyone's been familiar enough with the fishtails on site or owns one, they'll know that they can get stuck on the switch up here, and it is like an absolute pain in the ass to try and get it out without taking the glass off. However, I think we've been very fortunate with this copy. I think I've only seen it happen once in my time with it. And we've had a different copy of Fishtails here in the past where that would happen a bit more frequently. Hey, great score from Stephanie. 82 million is an amazing effort. Here we go. Let's hope the bonus is significant too. Not much. 85 is excellent. Now Carly is one shot off her monster fish, and to cash in the monster fish you have to shoot this left orbit here and cash in the hurry up score. It starts at 20 million points. However, once you collect the first monster fish, it increases by 10 million every time. And I believe it caps out at 50 mil. And once you get past, yeah, like once you're up to 50 mil, 7 shots, and you're stuck a bit of mylar with a bump in it to prevent the ball from sitting on the spot. Is that on this copy, Hamish? Oh, cool. Cool. Okay, it's good to know about that. How long has that been there for? Months, okay. Alright, Agalia has a video mode. She's able to light her video mode by hitting that captive ball in the middle. What's a skeleton fish? When the scores are being displayed on the screen, you can, sometimes one of them's a skeleton looking fish. And if you press the start button, it should give you 10 points extra in your bonus. Oh, there you go, went past. Nice, starts her multi-ball. Here we go, monster fish is lit on the left. These are standard flippers on this current Fishtails. We do have the lightning flippers handy though. in case we need to either nerf this fishtail or any other game in the arcade for any particular event. Didn't cash in her monster fish, however, did catch Carly's score. Nice work. Great work, team. There we go. I think Johnny Mnemonic has finished their game too. So we're going to move over to Dune, where we don't have a player camera in focus. However, we do have a look at the scores. They're not the easiest to read. I've tried my best to warp it. But it is what it is. And here we go. We have Jennifer playing right now. This is ball 2, player 3. And here we go. Nice. Ball 3, 45 million. I mean, ball 2, 45 million. Jennifer is absolutely leading the pack. I believe she is in one of the kind of nighttime modes. And if I'm not mistaken, if she loses this ball now, her mode will finish. However, that ball that is being stored there on the right will continue as just her regular ball in play. Nice save there. All good. Oh, is Jennifer going to notice? Unlucky, walked away too early. Here we go. So now we're on ball 3. The players who haven't started the main multi-ball will have it lit straight away. And we can see Sam here has started it. Nice. Now this multi-ball can be worth a few chunk of points if you're able to kind of line your jackpots up correctly. There's these 2 targets in front of the sandworm. The left one moves the jackpots left 1 shot, and the right one moves the jackpots right 1 shot. So you can kind of do yourself dirty and put all the jackpots on the side shots, like Sam is experiencing here now. And I think she can only move the jackpots to the right, as indicated by the lights on the targets. Oh, and I think that right flipper might be sticking a little bit. Doesn't seem to look like it anymore, but it looked like it wasn't dropping all the way down and absorbing the impact of the ball. Yeah, it looks like it's not down all the way. It's all good. We can watch that a bit closer during player 2's ball. Here we go. So Sam finishes on, I think, less than 20 million. I think that might be 18. So Emmeline here, player 2, does need to put in a little bit of work to try nail second place at least. Oh shit! And that's game, no multi-ball for Emmeline. And I think that's Jennifer takes first place. There we go, nice. Beauty, and so now I believe we can move on to the next round. Yeah, flipper is sticking. Yeah, I think it looks like it. Something we can look at tomorrow morning. While we wait for the next round to quickly start, we've got this handsome chap playing a bit of fishtails. Nice, ball 3, 35 million. Hi Sam, good to see you in chat. How you guys been? Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. We are just waiting for the next round to start. For those of you who don't know, Sam was the original Maiden. She was the one who organised and created the whole Multiball Maidens thing a few years back, and has kindly passed it on to Kelly and Casey, as she's now moved over to Brizzy. Here we go, a bit of video mode action. Drop some of your favourite video modes in the chat. This is definitely one of my favourites. There we go, decent video mode too. 31 mil. Nice, I think we'll get those rounds created soon. Or maybe, yeah, there we go, round 7. I think we'll watch a bit of Close Encounters. We haven't watched that one tonight. Here we go, keeping it old school. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What a wicked game. Nice, so on this one we have Igalia, Emlyn and Casey. And if you see, it's got a little centre post here. And if you used to play in more modern games with centre posts, like Spider-Man, Pulp Fiction, or even Jackpot, the centre post on those games is actually a bit lower. Whereas on this one, it's pretty high up. And you can actually, if the ball has enough momentum, you can let it roll off the flipper and bounce up to the other games. Which is pretty wicked. And takes a bit of courage to try yourself. King Kong's a great example of a really low centre post. I feel like that thing is so hard to pull off. I think we are playing players 1, 2 and 3. I don't think we're going to bother plunging out players, especially when we're just paying tokens to play too. Not going to pay double. $42 million points on the fishtail video mode. Christ, I've never even come close to that. Is that when you're like aiming for all the back boats? Because I know the boats that are further back are worth more points than the ones in front. A Balls of Steel pass. This pass, where you let it go off the flipper and bounce off the post, is actually, I believe, called the Kirk pass. Named after Steve Kirk, the designer of legendary games like Stars and Meteor. Or at least that's what I've noted as. Nice, takes an inline there. Sorry about the player camera, I think it is just resting on the cabinet a little bit. And it's really taking on a lot of vibration. Nice! So if you want Close Encounters for Dummies, if you're on the right flipper, shoot the spinner all the way around to the lanes. And if you're on the left flipper, just hack away at this bank, rinse and repeat, and if you can keep the ball going long enough, you'll get some big points. But a pretty safe shot is the spinner because it always feeds this lanes for 5,000 a pop. And I find as though these targets here are just a bit inconsistent in either being able to even just physically hit them, because they could be tucked away behind these little posts. Or even if they register half the time, I don't think they do. Shit, that was a short ball. No ball save back in the 70s. Here we go, Casey ball. Player 3, ball 2. This is a 5-ball game, which I think is the way to do it. Especially when you're paying the same amount as a game of Godzilla, for example. Here we go, hits a spinner lit, which can be a nice kind of extra few thousand on top of that orbit shot. Nice ball control here from Casey. Nice, smashes that roto bank. The targets on this little bank here actually rotate around. And sometimes one of them will display a star, and every time you hit it, it gives you 5,000 or 500 points, as well as a bonus multiplier. And if you've got 10x lit on that particular shot, it will give you 5,000 too. So if you've got a star lit on the middle, you want to smack that heaps. Crank your bonus multiplier up. Nice. 10,000 just from plunging. There we go. Now, Agalia is a little bit behind, but it's a game of 5 balls. And the scores are still very, very close. Here we go. I think that she has extra ball. If she can line the star shot up with that extra ball light, she should pull an extra ball, which would be pretty cool to see. Oh shit! No! Nearly had it. Dancing on the center post there. Was nearly able to like smack the ball, even with just the down play of the flipper, back into play. Nice. Emblem plunges the C. Oh, nice. Takes an in lane there. Oh shit. Straight between the flippers. Although the gap between the flippers and the center post is only just a bit wider than a pinball, I still find the ball manages to just slip through there all the time. And there we go. I think Casey was looking to call home because that was a house ball right there. Oh shit! Agalia with the center post action. Nice. Now the B is arguably the lane at the top that you want to be plunging. Not only because it can bounce off this bumper back and forth through the lane, but it also lights 10x on the center target of the roto bank, which is the target you're most likely going to be hitting due to the geometry of it. There we go. Ball 4. Casey wants to set a bit of distance so she can give Emmeline a bit of work for ball 5. However, Casey is still in a very comfy position. Oh, great post there. Nice. Takes an in lane 2. Just a bit late on that spinner. Okay, not bad, not bad. There we go. Casey and Emmeline are very tied up, and Agalia just has a little bit of work to do. However, with these classics, one ripper of a ball can be the difference between first and last place. Ooh, takes an out lane. There'll be third place for Agalia. Here we go. Emmeline wants to set a score. She gets 5,000 just for plunging. Nice. Takes the in lane there. Another in lane. And another in lane. That's what we like to see. No out lanes for Emmeline. Whee! Nice ball control there. Takes another in lane. Very unlike Close Encounters. There we go, and gets a few spins while it's lit too. Nice. Nice, really giving the game a rule there. You can see the player cam is going ham. Nice, great ball from Emmeline. Really putting the pressure on Casey. One more ball. Nice, 5,000 just for the plunge. Oh, shit. Unlucky there. Great work, Emmeline. Here we go. Should we move on to a bit of The Mandalorian? We haven't watched this game tonight. However, the playfield cam on the stream is a bit dodgy from memory. I don't think it's plugged into the same server or hardware or whatever whatever it is that all the other playfield cameras are plugged into. But it's holding up now. We might see the frame rate drop a bit at times. Kelly is in her multi-ball. I think she's an Ice Spider multi-ball. Hitting the boaters in video mode consecutively, and several of the fast ones will be big points. And there is a bonus if you hit more than 12, and also if you get all 20. Yeah, that's true. I think I was reading the rules, or like the programmer made a comment about exactly how the video mode scoring worked. And I believe it caps out at 50 mil if you can use all 20 of your shots exclusively on the boats that are furthest back. However, kind of sounds physically impossible as much as I do try it. Here we go, ball 2, player 2. Anyway, here we have Carly, player 2. Kaylee just came to report to me that the super jackpot shot was not given to her, which I was trying to dial in that little U-turn shot. It's pretty. I wish they had put a two-way gate on it and not just a little lane switch, because there's just enough wiggle room for the ball to not hit it accurately enough. Yeah, it is impossible as you only get so much time. That is correct on the Fishtails video mode. I believe you only get 20 seconds. So, yeah, it feels physically impossible, but if you did have more time, I believe 50 mil is what you'd cap the points out at. But the most I've ever gotten is like 32 million, so I'm not even close to that yet. Here we go, multi-ball lit up the middle. Let's see if Carly will bring a mode into it. All good. Starts a straight multi-ball. Now, something to note is that there's 2 targets on the right here. Hit both of them at any point in the game and it starts 2x. Carly actually has 3x going. I think she must have done her scope. And every time you have multiplier going, when you hit these 2 targets, it just resets the timer. So I believe she has like a minute and a half of 3x going while she's in this multi-ball. So this turned a naked multi-ball into a potentially really profitable multi-ball. There you go. Fishtails is your favourite mid-pin. Highest score is 1.5 mil. Crikey, that's a big score. Yeah, Fishtails is an absolute banger. Banger of a pin. And an awesome time. We've got a pretty devoted little Fishtails player base here in Wellington. There was this one bloke who was even able to roll the game. He hit a score so high that it genuinely reset it to 0 because it didn't ask for him to enter the initials as the grand champion at all. There we go, super jackpot lit. Let's keep an eye on if it doesn't give it to her. Unlucky there, however, Carly does put herself in the lead. Yes, all Fishtails tournament back in March of 2020. Dicey times, there was a Fishtails symphony. Just going to serve some customers super quick. Here we go, Kelly, player 1, ball 3. Yeah, Fishtails rolls at 10 billion. So the bloke who rolled it, Paddy, he had 9 billion as the current GC, and then he went and put on 18 billion technically, and it only gave him high score 1 as 8 billion. Here we go, takes a ball save. Here we go. Kelly has started capture the mithril mode. Or mithril? Mithril? I don't know. Still in the middle of watching the show. Nice, and has her hunter lit on the right orbit, which could be lucrative if she wishes to increase her playfield multiplier from 2x to 3x. Nice, I think she's just going up the middle. And with 2x going, that's not a bad shout. Get the Razor Quest hurry up. Nice. Hurry up is lit. I believe she needs to go all the way around the center. Nice, started now. Nice, 7 mil just from hitting the middle there. Beauty, and it's only going up. That's a weird style of hurry up. I think it increases every time you hit it. However, it is still a hurry up. Beauty. Hey, that was like, what, nearly 50 mil. And now she can start progressing towards her multi-ball. 3 more shots. And she doesn't actually have to make the shot. There's this hanging target here under the Razor Quest that you just need to hit in order to progress towards your multi-ball. Sometimes you can actually kind of hit the ball so far to the right and it goes all the way around and it still doesn't give you credit. Here we go, multi-ball start. Second multi-ball for Kelly. Just this week we reinstalled the diverter on this ramp. There's a little kind of coil stop that's built into the bracket, and it's like, and you know, stern metal is never good metal, and it was bent in such a way that like a real tight bend, and was taking all this coil stop impact, and it just broke off. So we had to completely weld that one back together. So this whole diverter was missing for a few days there over the weekend. Here we go, multi-ball is going. There we go, 2x is still going, takes a double drain, but hey, she's on 185. It's a pretty good effort. Oh, straight down the middle. Great score from Kelly. There we go, skill shot. Carly stepping up, player 2, ball 3. Wants to basically times their score by 4 to try catch Kelly, but that is doable. Nice, 2x playfield is going. Takes advantage of the ball save. Bit of ball save, never hurt no one. Here we go. Oh shit, right down the middle. It's a bit hard to see past this Razor Quest when you're actually standing at the game, but I guess you would have wanted to kind of smack the pin on the right side to get the ball bouncing off this wall a bit more. Here we go. Sam, player 3, ball 3, wants to catch 63 million just to secure a second place, and then she can worry about beating Kelly's monster score. Nice. Combos that into the mode start. That is perfect. Here we go. And she does have her Razor Quest hurry up ready to start progressing towards, which would definitely help her overtake Carly's score. Nice. Extra ball 2. Nice. Mode shots aren't worth much, but there's enough of them to go around and could be 50,000 for hitting that shot. What on earth? Ooh, I don't... Oh! Just caught. There we go. Sam takes second place, just catching Carly there. Nice, and this is the last game for this round. So hopefully we'll go on to a different game soon. There we go. Baby Yoda giving the ball back. How generous. Or Grogu, I should say. There we go. Maybe we'll switch over to another game. Maybe we'll just wait for the results to be entered and for the next round to start. However, I have a feeling we might actually start the finals soon. We've done 7 rounds so far. Nice, great effort from Kelly. Here we go. We actually do have a bit of Dune gameplay we can tune into. Here we go. Nice, isn't it pretty? It doesn't look too pretty now, but when all the lights are going, I think it's something about the camera saturation or something. If we look at the standings, Esther and Stephanie are both tied on first place, with Casey in 3rd and Kelly in 4th. Great work, Esther and Stephanie. It's always nice to see the organisers not winning or not leading the tournaments. Here we go. I think they are doing a bit of a prize giving, so it might be a couple moments before we start the finals. Here we go. Nice. This is a 2-player game of Dune. And I think we're in, is it a night mode or are we in a harvester battle? I can't tell. It might be a harvester battle 1 actually. Go. I might try tune in to Jurassic Park. Not for the game, but for this. Here we go. A bit of a look at the presentation. Nice. Great work, Maidens. There still should be a finals coming, so there is still more content to tune into. I think the finals will be top 4 between Esther, Stephanie, Casey and Kelly. Right, I think we're doing a tiebreaker game. Casey has to head off, so Sam and Jennifer are breaking the tiebreaker for 5th. And whoever wins this game goes into the finals. Now, they were going to play Godzilla until I had reminded them that Godzilla is not on stream, so maybe we'll see what game they choose. Here we go, we'll be watching some Foo Fighters.
Five more games.
Here we go, we are going to be tuning into Foo Fighters. Here we go, nice. This is between Sam and Jennifer to see who is going through to the finals. 8 Crosstown, you wish you were in New Zealand. They are like several thousand miles away. New Zealand is a pretty neat place. And quite the thriving pinball scene here. We have a world-class collection up in Pukekohe. We have David Peck owns like well more than 100 games that he's stored, that he has all like actively playing in a massive garage on his little farm. Here we go, give it a slap. Nice, excellently done. And we have a massive tournament scene here going in Wellington, and Christchurch has a great home scene going too. As well as a few other cities have a bit of pinball going on, like the Hawke's Bay and New Plymouth. Here we go. Okay, ball 1 for Sam. She did lock a ball for Multiball. Here we go. Jennifer, ball 1, has her mode lit instantly, nailing those shots. Modes can be started on the left ramp here. Nice, got her locks lit on the Overlord. That is that shot up the top, kind of on the center there. The little green light flashing. Trying to get that ramp, just missing it. Nice, great ball control from Jennifer. Struggling to find that ramp. I find sometimes it can be easier from the left flipper when the ball's rolling slow enough. There we go. Nice. Gets the left ramp. Here we go. Straight into locking her ball. I think Jennifer might be doing the New Orleans multi-ball little stack. New Orleans, as I was explaining earlier in the stream, sees all the shots lit, and the whatever shot you make, you then have to repeat that shot. And then all the shots will be lit again, except for that like kind of shot you hit last. Pretty much keep hitting the same shot twice, but you got to alternate a little bit. Here we go. So right now we can see all the shots are lit. Ooh, takes a drain from that left ramp. Now, the balls are draining out of the Overlord at the end of all the balls. That's just to keep it a bit consistent on multiplayer games. It's a cool setting that they've let us turn on, which is much appreciated and really well thought out from Stern. Stern and team. Nice, ball 2 player 1. We have Sam here. Has her mode lit on the left as well as an extra ball on this little target on the right here. The thing that kind of sucks about getting an extra ball on this game is it turns all the lights off and does a little light show, which can be a bit distracting when there's not enough natural or like lighting around you in general. Which this spot isn't too bad for. I've definitely played worse spots in terms of external lighting. Here we go, Jennifer is in the lead. However, it is still anyone's game at this point. Nobody has started the Overlord multi-ball. And I have a feeling Jennifer's going to try, start a mode and then go for the multi-ball. Nice. Snags that left ramp. Takes New Orleans again. Instantly into the Overlord shot. Relocks her ball. Nice. Always handy when this target here gives you the ramp for free. Nice combo. Beauty. Multi-ball has started. Here we go. The red shots are the jackpots. So first wave is left ramp, right ramp, spinner. And then once you do that, the 2 jackpots that are lit are this left kind of hook shot and the right orbit. And from then on, I believe it might be these 2 side shots before you get the super lit all the way on the Overlord. And she also has New Orleans going at the same time. I think she might have the final shot lit on the Overlord right now. if she can either nail that or hope for a ball to kind of fall into the overlord. Okay, drains out a multi-ball, not the end of the world. She has quite the lead on Sam right now. Okay, final shot for the motors lit now. I believe this is a time-based hurry-up. Nice, nails it. There we go. Only 1 mil from that final shot. These modes don't tend to be worth much unless you're busting out your van modifiers beforehand, which is very dangerous to do. And there's a lot of grinding. Grinding to max out your van mods before starting a ball. While I like it in concept, I find myself not really doing it or it happening as naturally as I would have thought. But I think also when I'm playing this game, I'm very controlled, as controlled as I can be with the shots and getting in and out of modes as fast as I can and not allowing for much time to build up those van mods. Nice, holds up the left flipper. Although it doesn't do anything mechanical on the Pro, it awarded her 4 million there for holding up the left flipper as the ball drained down the left. Nice, starts her mode. There we go, what are we thinking? Okay, we're going LA. This is my go-to mode. Oh shit, loses the ball because all that's lit is the ramps. And 1, it's awesome combo in the ramps. And 2, it kind of forces you into hitting this right ramp, helping progress you towards Area 51 multi-ball as fast as possible. Then by the time I have Area 51 multi-ball, I'm usually pretty close to starting Overlord, and you can combine them to double the points. Well, not double the points, but to increase the points significantly. Here we go, Sam is ball 3, player 1. She needs to catch 80 million to have a chance at making it into the finals here. Takes New Orleans, and she does have a lock lit on the Overlord. God, I love these cutscenes. Stern did such a good job with the theming of this game. Here we go, locks the ball. She must be super close to starting that multi-ball now. And the great thing about picking the New Orleans mode is now that she's hit the Overlord, that's the next shot for her mode, and it's the shot she wants to progress her multi-ball. Oh, shit! And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer's going through to the finals. Top 4 is Esther, Stephanie, Kelly, and Jennifer. Great job, team. There we go. And while we wait for them to figure out the admin side of starting the finals, we can stream a bit of D&D for you guys. For those in chat, what do you all think about D&D Pinball? I feel like when it first came out, there was a lot of hype. When it first kind of hit the scene in the States, I saw a lot of hype for it online. Operators were reporting that it was earning $10 million a day. But I feel like I haven't seen as much of it reported online. And I feel like I've kind of seen the naysayers come out a bit more. However, this is still a pretty wicked shooting game. You got to be pretty darn accurate to hit the majority of the shots. But the one shot you can pretty reliably hit in this game is the spinner here. And fuck, is that a good shot? I don't even think we needed to put any lube on the spinner because it's an opto spinner, so it already spins for days. I know we put a bit of lube on the Foo Fighters spinner when that first came in, and you practically had to like actually get a hold of the spinner to stop it from moving.
Well met, adventurer. Welcome to my
nice.
shop. You will not
Now,
find a better price in all the realm.
I think the best option in the shop is the bump from Fizmo. I don't know if that's still one of the options. However, I sure hope it is. Nice. I believe is Emlyn traveling between towns. It's been so long since I've had a proper hoon on this game. I've honestly forgotten all the rules. When we first got this game in, Stern had a bug where the Dragon multi-ball was like on the most difficult settings ever imaginable, and so it was practically impossible to actually see the Dragon multi-ball. And they left it like that for like at least a month. And so we had this brand new game, and we got this dragon mech, and everyone wants to hit the dragon. I stopped giving any multi-balls, and Stern left that unfixed for so long. Here we go. I think we might have our games. Cool. First game is Dracula. Here we go. Bram Stoker's Dracula, to be exact.
Welcome to my home.
Ooh, Dupe Snog. Are you talking about, are they called like precision flippers or something? Like the Halo looking flippers that are hollowed out in the middle? I've never had a chance to play with them. But are they meant to be like really tight kind of bushings, like no slack and no kind of give in the bat, so they meant to just like be as accurate as possible. I'd like to, I think they're a bit expensive, but I'd like to try them out at least. Might benefit some of the games in here with some of these kind of boutique companies that don't kind of run their flippers off dedicated hardware, but kind of have software controlled flippers like the Chicago games, and I believe maybe even the Barrels of Fun games. The Chicago games definitely could do with a bit more precision. Yeah, the Halo flippers. I'd love to give them a shout, but I feel like D&D is a good example of a game to use it on, because especially that right ramp is extremely tight. Here we have 4 players on Dracula. I believe the order goes Esther, Kelly, who is playing now, Jennifer and Stephanie. And they're going to be playing 3 games. And I think the scoring is 7-5-3-1. We'll see. I will actually chuck the link to this specific comp in the chat for you folks.
Do not fear me.
There we go. Nice. Mystery award 4 million. Okay, not bad, not bad. Could be more. Nice. I don't think we've seen a game on this, or at least on the stream tonight, that has managed to crack 30 million. So even the skill shots at this point are worth trying your best on. Not that this copy is very reliable with its skill shot timing, unfortunately. Unlucky drain there from Jennifer. However, anyone who knows Dracula knows it's all about ball 3, because that's when they just give you a multi-ball. Not give you a multi-ball, but have one lit right away. And then hopefully during ball 1 and 2 you were able to progress the other 2 multi-balls a bit to be able to combine all 3 of them. So good. No progress here, ball 1 for Stephanie, but that's all good. Everyone's in a pretty similar boat. Here we go, Esther, player 1. Nice, gets the skill shot. Hey, that's just 2 million for plunging. Oh, nice. Straight out the scoop and into, did that start bats and her castle lock? I think she shot it too hard that the diverter actually did not have enough time to divert the ball on the ramp. The diverter doesn't always trigger, and it can be for numerous reasons. Sometimes I find if I get a half ramp, especially on my 3rd ramp when bats is lit and the ball comes back down, it triggered the diverter, but by the time it's come back down and then I hit it back up, the diverter's up and I don't get it diverted into this lock here. I'm not sure, I wasn't paying too much attention, but it looks like there might be a bit of confusion from the players here. However, if the story is the diverter didn't divert, I don't think there's anything that can really be done to assist. I don't think there's anything the tournament director can really do other than saying tough luck. Because I believe I did see the ball fall like between her flippers. Nice dead bounce from Kelly. Onto the ramp. Perfect. Nice. 2 ramps now. 3rd one for Bats. And also every time she rolls over that right in lane, it relights her mystery for 5 seconds. Could be lucrative. Here we go. Bats is going. So Bats is a hurry up. And you have to hit a certain amount of switches to collect the hurry up. And so the pop bumpers is where you want to be. However, the pop bumpers are not Kelly's friend here. I think she had to go like 2 pops. And if she does collect that hurry up value, it is awarded in bonus for the rest of the game. So handy to do on ball 1. However, I find I usually only have it during. There we go. I do not believe she was able to finish Bats. Not the end of the world. Kelly's still leading the pack and has honestly got a pretty decent lead given the brutality and chaoticness of this table. Here we go, Jennifer, ball 2, player 3. Jennifer just snuck into the finals when Casey had to pull out and she won the tiebreaker between herself and Sam. Nice. I believe there's 1 ramp. Into the mystery. What do we got? Extra ball. Extra ball probably being not the best choice. Not the best award in this scenario. Nice. Managing to find that right ramp. Very tricky on this copy as I find there's a bit of flipper hop when the ball comes down and meets the flipper there. Nice, 5 million for falling in that hole there. And if you're in multi-ball, missed multi-ball that is, it will award you with the missed jackpot. Hey, there we go, great ball from Jennifer. Catches up to 1st place. There you go, 500k for the skill shot. There we go, she might get a few more pop bumpers. Nice, here we go, Stephanie, player 3, ball 2 is eager to catch up.
You are
the ball save is surprisingly generous on this game, which I'm very grateful for as a player. Here we go. Now, if there's one thing you can learn from watching everyone play this game on the stream today, is that these 3 targets here are not what you want to be hitting. They will just destroy you. They might like the locks, but it's not worth it when you've got other more safe shots that progress you as well. Speaking of locks, she does have a castle lock lit on this left ramp. It is timed, so it's not there for them. Yeah, see what I mean by those center targets? I don't think this game was very liked upon release because of, I've heard because of the plunges into the pops and it can be a bit random, which I don't think is the end of the world. But I think just due to the brutality of it and the real all or nothing kind of scoring. However, this game is absolutely beloved in later years, if it wasn't already upon release. Here we go, I think Esther's explaining. She definitely has a castle lock credited to her name. Even if the ball didn't physically lock, there's enough systems in place for the game to virtually count its locks. Here we go, ball 3. Missed multi-ball is lit on this circle here, this hole there, sorry. And is especially at this point in time what you want to be hitting immediately. Now Esther does have rats lit, which won't be helping her in this scenario. I haven't seen a single multi-ball played on this all night. So here's hoping that one of the last 3 players here can start at least one multi-ball, especially being that it's the last game of Dracula for the night. I think this is about the 3rd time I've watched this game this evening. Here we go, first multi-ball. There's going to be a ball that comes out of either this or this one. Here we go. Cowley's managed to knock it off its path and has now started missed multi-ball. Every main shot is worth 10 million points as long as the multi-ball continues. And so when the scores are as low as they are right now, 10 million a shot is very appreciated. Didn't last long. She hasn't given herself the biggest lead against Jennifer. However, she's still playing. Has a castle lock lid on the left. Couldn't hurt to nab that. Oh shit! Okay. This is going to be interesting. Although Kelly is leading, if Jennifer can start her missed multi-ball, she has a real chance at overtaking Kelly and leading the pack. Nice, I don't know what happened there. Plunged straight into the video mode. Hell yeah, Jennifer. Maybe the drop target wasn't enough. Nice, this is an awesome video mode. A bit hard to see at the moment, however. Oh shit, got eaten by one of the wolves. But fuck, that was enough to get her super close to catching Kelly. Now, I just those ball save going. And a multi-ball it there. I think she got very lucky having the ball plunged into her video mode. I do not believe that's supposed to happen.
There is no life.
And that's that. Crazy ball. So close to Kelly. I believe we have Stephanie play at 4. Now, if Stephanie can rip that missed multi-ball, then she has a very good shot at taking first place. Whereas I believe right now she might be sitting in 4th. Nice, the scoop is a good place to be. Okay, hits it straight into the right ramp. Cool. Okay, locks the ball. Now if she hits this ramp 2 more times, she will have a multi-ball. Nice! Fuck, she's in a good position right here. She's a multi-ball lit right here and a multi-ball lit right here. And she can combine the 2 of them. The ball is in Stephanie's court. There we go. Coffin multi-ball has started. This multi-ball, all you want to do is rinse and repeat that coffin shot until it gives you a fat jackpot. But hopefully due to the chaotic nature of the ball, missed starts. There we go. The missed ball started. Here we go. If she can hit that out, come on, come on. Oh no! Okay, does not get her missed multi-ball. That is a big loss because this coffin multi-ball is one you have to be pretty precise at to actually see any points from. However, she still does have 2 balls in play. If she can, nice, 1 castle lock. Okay, that's only 1 castle lock. She still needs 2 more. Okay, nice shot to the coffin. Okay, multi-ball over. Missing out on that missed multi-ball was a big loss. Oh shit! I think she might have Jennifer, but not Kelly. Oh shit, rats! There we go. Stephanie takes first place on Dracula. Man, never would I think I'd be so grateful for rats than right now. What an excellent 3rd ball there from all players. Hell yeah, nail-biting finals there, and that's only game 1. Awesome to see some multi-ball action. There we go. Who's that handsome fella with all the high scores? There we go. Okay, next game is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Here we go. Camera's a bit wobbly. I might go and change it. Camera's super wobbly. Just not too low. It's like wedged. Like, it's just Yeah, nah, no fixing that camera. That thing is like wedged between the head of the game and the kind of like TV screen behind it. There we go. Although I think we have a personal stabilizer, Hugo himself, holding the camera steady for your guys' viewing pleasure. Here we go. We're not doing players 1 and 3 here, so tilting through is an option. However, I have never seen this particular game tilt through. We do have a copy of Charlie's Angels that I've witnessed tilt through many a times. Here we go, tilting. There we go. Fuck, that's... Well, at least she didn't tilt through. Here we go, Jennifer, player 2. And I believe Esther is player 4 on this game. So although she had to go player 1 on Dracula, which can be intimidating, she does get the privilege of going player 4. Here we go. Those watching in the chat, have you guys played a Close Encounters? Is this a game you guys are somewhat familiar with? I will give the baby's guide to Close Encounters like I did earlier. Right flipper, spinner. Left flipper, targets. And that's about it. If you can just continue doing that, like you don't even have to be like trying to optimize what target you're hitting. If you can do that for long enough, you know, you're in for some pretty easy points. And to light the spinner, you got to hit this target right here. It's kind of like below the line of the slingshot, if that makes sense. Like it's pretty tight and can be pretty dangerous because it throws the ball back at you real fast. However, if the ball does manage to ricochet into this target, it is nice to get a few more thousands from hitting your spinner. I think kind of most underrated rule of this game is that every time you go through one of the 3 lanes at the top, it's 5,000 points, which can add up over time, especially if you can get the ball through the B and it comes back up and down. Here we go. Player 1, ball 2. I think that was Esther, player 4. She had a ripper of a ball. Great score. Kelly's got a bit of work to put in to try catch the other players. Nice. Just keeping it slow, trapping the ball. Using that. Oh! A bit of a lip there. If you've ever played some of these more older games, all of the inserts or lights in the playfield weren't reinforced. And so the incandescent lamps, when they were on for so long, would just melt the plastic kind of windows in a little bit to kind of cup them. And so what you saw there was the ball getting caught on the edge of the cup and diverting back down, which is not preferred, but something to be aware of when you're playing games of this age. I can't remember the exact time when manufacturers started reinforcing their inserts. That's where you get the iconic kind of star look. Like if you have a circle insert, you kind of get that star kind of pattern on it. That's to reinforce it so they don't sink in and cup with the heat of the incandescent lamps. Oh shit! From a great ball to a very fast ball. Esther's still leading the pack, however the scores are still within... Everyone's still within reach of each other. Nice control there. This can be dodgy. Nice! There's a lot of times you'll see the ball come down this lane and just instantly hit the out lane. Okay. Kelly's caught up to the to players 2 and 3, however, they still have a whole nother ball to play. Ooh, quick ball for Jennifer. There's honestly, like, you might think this you can do a little bit, but I feel like there's seriously sometimes just nothing you can do about this outlane. I feel often pretty helpless. Here we go. Stephanie does have 2x bonus going, which is big. Bonus is only at 4,000 right now. Oh, 3x. Okay, it's now a total of 15,000. Nice, trying to get that ball under control. Oh shit. Okay, but still a decent bonus. 6 times 3. 18,000 in bonus. There we go. Stephanie takes the lead. So these targets here kind of rotate depending on what switches are hit. Typically the in lanes and these lanes at the top will rotate it. And one of them has a star on it, and if you can hit the star, it will award you a bonus multiplier, which is the key to seriously big points on this game. Okay, players 1 and 2 are very close to the score, and players 3 and 4 are very close to the score. However, one medium-sized ball for the players 1 or 2 can easily put them in the lead. Here we go. Kelly completes all her lanes at the top, bites an extra ball. It also means all of her targets on that bank are now worth 10 times. There we go. We witnessed the the outlane in disguise. Falls down here and then into the real outlane. Have a great ball from Kelly. There we go. Overtakes everyone and by a decent chunk of points too. Kelly's not taken second place for an answer this game. Ooh. Okay. Jennifer's lagging behind a bit, but it's all good. She still has ball 5, and as we've just seen Kelly do, all it takes is one ball to get some decent points behind your name. Okay, unlucky Stephanie. It's only ball 4, but there's still a bit of pressure on. We can't just be flailing around anymore. Nice centre post. There we go. Easter's got it done. Going for those drops. Nice. Has all her lanes completed at the top, so now all of her roto targets are worth 10x. Okay, not a big bonus, but still keeps her in the lead. Now Kelly is looking pretty cozy right here. However, a few more points on the table couldn't hurt. There we go. 5,000 for these lanes. She just hit all 3 lanes off the plunge. 15,000. Hell, even for a house ball, fucking, I'd take that. What, she get like 40k just for a house ball? Like, that's seriously, like, those lanes are a real hidden secret to points here. Nice. Now Jennifer's got to put in a bit of work, but she is more than capable of doing so, especially with that spinner lit. There we go. Nice work. Perfect. Oh, shit. Couldn't get that ball under control. Does have a bit of bonus to her name, though. Okay. Now, there is a bit of Bit of a gap between Jennifer and Stephanie here. Player 2s and 3. I think for Stephanie and Esther right now, players 3 and 4, it's about beating Jennifer's score and then worrying about Kelly's score next. Okay, Stephanie is at 5x bonus, so as long as she doesn't tilt, I'm pretty confident she's definitely got Jennifer's score in the bag. Here we go. Nice, 5x bonus. Could be worth just shatzing away because the inlane's at 1 bonus. Nice. Oh, this could be deadly. Nice! Survives the secret outlane. Yeah, drop targets aren't a bad shout. Here we go. 8,000 times 5 in bonus. Nice. 45,000 in bonus. 50,000 bonus right now. Stephanie's trying to hit a home run here on ball 5. Oh shit! Survives the outlane. Stephanie's not taking no for an answer. She's here to build the biggest bonus you've ever seen. There we go. The lanes at the top keep adding to the bonus. Oh shit, that bonus is climbing. What are we on now? 20 times 5. She's got 100,000 in bonus. There we go. Stephanie takes first place. Holy shit. Stephanie with the final ball comebacks. Dracula, she was able to come from last place to first. And on close encounters, she was able to overtake Kelly's monster score with an extra monster score herself. There we go. And a replay. 400,000. Now, Esther, this year, or super recently at least, won a big women's comp in Aussie. Oh, shit! Just to be hit with the house ball. Whoa, those are close scores. Are they both on 162? Holy shit. Man, that's a close game between players 2 and 4 there. So I believe Stephanie has won the first 2 games, with Kelly coming second on both games. So Stephanie definitely has a lead on the rest of the crew here going into game 3. Now this final game is going to be on Dune, which unfortunately we don't have a player cam readily available on it, and it's tucked away behind some toppers, behind some pins. I don't have a chance to get in there myself and adjust it, so we'll have to unfortunately not be able to view the Maidens as they work their magic on this final game here. But this is the final game of the Multiball Maidens here at Yield Pinball Shop. The Multiball Maidens is Wellington's monthly women's tournament that is organised and run by Kelly and Casey. Nice, Jennifer straight into her harvester battle. I think it helps to juice a spinner, but basically you want to hit one of these right ramps, and then as fast as humanly possible you want to nail this ramp shot on the worm, which is the most finicky shot in the world. And it's a bit annoying that kind of the first thing you do in the game is a harvester battle, and if you want to get through the harvester battle you've got to nail that shot, or if you lose the ball then you can continue on to the other modes in the game. So if I read out the score for you guys, Stephanie has 14 points, Kelly has 10 points, Jennifer and Esther are tied on 4 points. I don't think we'll be seeing a tiebreaker. Here we go, Stephanie player 2. This is the skill shot. If you can plunge the ball below this flipper into the scoop, I believe it's 10 million a time, and arguably the easiest 10 million in the game. However, there are still many points to grab regardless. Nice. Survives that kind of half spinner shot there. Nice, here we go. Player 3, this is Esther playing right now. Nice, gets the 10 mil skill shot. It's a bit like when James Bond first launched, the skill shots were worth like significantly more than like anything else in the game in terms of like kind of just straight shots to points ratio. And so if you missed the skill shot, it was like 25 million or something stupid, and if you missed it, you were seriously disadvantaged in a multiplayer game. Here we go, Harvest the Battle 1. Once hit that right ramp, a very satisfying shot. Sorry about this, the playfield cam kind of crapping out there. I think it's good now. There we go. And so like 90% of Esther's score there was the skill shot. There we go. I think we'll see Kelly go for the skill shot too. Nice, setting herself up. Kelly is player 4 here. Nails it. 10 million just for plunging the ball. We have a, so Barrels of Fun made this game, and we also have a Winchester Mystery House, Mystery Castle. Can't remember which one it is. We have a Winchester Barrels of Fun game coming too. And we have a Labyrinth, so we actually have purchased all Barrels of Fun games. And if you want to purchase a Barrels of Fun game, we actually are the New Zealand distributors. So I think their 4th game might be getting announced maybe soon. I hope it's soon. And so if you're in New Zealand, get in touch with Hamo, get on the list for that. Sorry about this playfield cam kind of cutting in and out. There we go, 42 mil. Did she get that from the top flipper? What a great shot. There we go. The Harvester Battle, the first Harvester Battle can be worth decent points if you can actually nail that shot. There we go. This is dodgy. Nice. Survives it. All good. Great ball from Kelly. 65 million. Oh, Hamo, you think you need to returbinate that cable? Yeah, you reckon it's a bit dodge. Here we go, Jennifer player 1, 12 million. Kelly set the lead, putting 60 million up, and I believe everyone's done their first Harvester Battle, so nobody has access to those that sacrifice jackpot points that Kelly was able to cash in on. But I believe she has a night mode lit on the scoop there. See that little blue light? You can't tell by watching the stream, but there's a day and night cycle on this game, and it's presented with the light show. And when you cycle from day to night again, it genuinely has a little sunrise feel. Like it's done so well. Here we go, pain box time. Jennifer is using one hand on the action button and another on the flipper. She wants to hit that left ramp to keep the ball in play. Oh shit, gets muddled up. Playing with one hand is not for the faint of heart, but it can't be taught. I'd recommend having a serious practice playing one-handed. It teaches you some good flipper skills, and it teaches you to be patient a bit too. Here we go, player 2, we have Stephanie, ball 2. Nice, gets the skill shot this time. And I believe can start her, okay, she can still start Harvester Battle 1, so she has a decent chance of catching up to Kelly. Just needs to nail that that worm ramp like she did like 10 seconds ago. Nailing that spinner though, very satisfying shot. Nice. Oh, this could be dodgy. Nice. Great save. I find whenever the ball comes out of here, it can be super dodgy. Nice, we've got a little pain box action. Stephanie has her left hand on the action button and her right on the flippers. Ooh, I don't think there was anything she could have done to save that. Unlucky there. However, we did put a few points to her name.
How do we play it?
Yeah, no, that's a great.
Let that loose.
Here we go, Esther, player 3. I believe she got that skill shot being the 20 million points. Okay, here we go. Night modes. Night modes are where the money's at. And they give you a chance to either cash out your mode and finish it, or continue and score more points. A bit like Crank It Up in Metallica. Here we go. I believe this mode in particular leads to a multi-ball. Just needs that scoop. It's always the hardest shot to hit when you actually need to get it, and then when you don't need it, the ball's always in that scoop. And it's a real tricky feed to try navigate. Here we go. Kaylee's stepping up. Kaylee, player 4, leading the pack, double second places score. Nice, starts in night mode. I think it's been the same mode for everyone. Sorry about that playfield cutting out. Nice, just needs to shoot those flash and blue shots, and she might lock a ball. There we go. And now if she happens to lose this ball, that locked ball will then act as her just single ball play, and the mode will finish. So a bit of a safety net, which you don't often have a safety net in this game. There we go, needs the right ramp now, and I think she might then be prompted with the collect or continue, but it's all good. She shouldn't walk away. She shouldn't walk away. All good. I think we saw Jennifer. I think we saw Jennifer do that earlier. I've tilted the ball when I've had that secure, like kind of safety ball in play, and it's pretty heartbreaking to see. Here we go. All right, ball 3. Similar to Dracula, ball 3, we have a multi-ball lit right away unless you had started it previously. And I think because Jennifer started in night mode, she's actually kind of locked herself out from the multi-ball until this mode is finished. Nice save there. Great save. Just needs that right ramp. It's a real nice shot. However, I find with this game, it's just like, I find all the shots in this game, you need to have the ball flat on the flipper, like either rolling or like from a trap. But everything just keeps the ball bouncing. There's no kind of shots you can ricochet off the flippers into. You have to be so precise with all of them. It's a bit like, there's another game like that. Led Zeppelin's another one. You got to be super precise with all the shots. They almost need to be all rolling. Here we go. Okay, Stephanie, player 2, ball 3, starts her night mode, so she doesn't get to access that multi-ball until this mode is finished. Here we go. Arguably the hardest shot in the game after the worm shot is that little top shot. Here we go. And that's game for Stephanie. This is the final game of the multi-ball maidens. Stephanie won the first 2 games, but I don't think she's going to be winning this one. Here we go. I think Stephanie is in 3rd place at the moment. However, Esther has the opportunity to overtake her. Okay, Esther can start her multi-ball. Nice! I think similar to how Kelly had before, Esther had a little bit of a safety net with that locked ball. Here we go, multi-ball time. This is a great opportunity for Esther to overtake the existing players as well as Kelly, who is currently leading. Nice, a 10 miller jackpot. Here we go. She's already bumped herself into 2nd place. And keep in mind, this is ball 3, so she is guaranteed 2nd place at this point in time. And I think this is a pain box. Okay, this is a crucial pain box. This could be the difference between 1st and 2nd place. Nearly gets it. Nice, nice in lane. Oh, just misses it, but that's all good. Nice attempt to catch the ball here. Not an easy thing to do on this game. Unlucky. I think Kelly might take the win on this game, which might, depending, because I think Stephanie, there might be a tiebreaker. There might be. We'll have to see. There might be a tiebreaker, because so if Stephanie was on 14 points and Kelly was on 10, Kelly's getting 7 points. Yeah, I think there might be a tiebreaker for 1st. Here we go. This will be interesting. Some bonus content for you guys. Let's hope it's not on Godzilla, because that is not streamed. Or no, just Godzilla. And preferably not Dune, because we can't really see the players at all. Here we go. Kelly's entering the results now. Was hoping for a clean sweep for Stephanie there, winning the first 2 games. There we go, there's the players' scores, getting them entered now. There we go, tiebreaker for 1st place. Just what we wanted to see. Personally, I think I'm hoping that it's a bit of Pulp Fiction, but that's just my personal preference. Go, just trying to sort out.
Set up a tiebreaker thing on that.
Right? And then you put those all in.
One game. Alright. Give me a number from 1 to 8. Give me a number from 1 to 8. Let's do it again so we can just do alternate. I've taken that out. It's enough fruit. I've taken that out.
Here we go, finals has been decided is going to be on fishtails. What an excellent tournament game. Here we go, looks like someone left the game. Only played ball 1. Ball's just in the shooter lane, it's not stuck or anything. Give it a cheeky power cycle. There we go, pin 2 D&D, eh? Pin 2 D&Ds look great. I would argue that they look the best. Here we go, I think Stephanie's player 1. And she's versing Kelly, and this is for first place of the March. Nice, Stephanie cranking out some ramps. Oh shit, nearly nudges the ball back into play. Good attempt, respect the nudge. Okay, not a bad start. Nice, straight into the ramps. Here we go, one more ramp for Monster Fish. There we go, left orbit. Nice, takes an in lane. Oh shit, locks herself off. Unlucky, has to go through all those ramps again just to light the Monster Fish. Even if you're cashing out a low scoring Monster Fish, it's always worth it because it increases the value of the next one. But now Kelly's next one will still be again. Nice, Stephanie is 2 ramps away from getting her Monster Fish. I think we're having a Monster Fish off right now. Love to see it. Nice, takes it in lane there. It also lights her ramp, which is very handy. Not quite finding that ramp. Okay, takes another out lane. Alright, leaves the door open a bit for Kelly here. However, she still does have ball 3 to put some points out. Nice, starting off with the ramps. There we go, now she's getting combos going. Very satisfying ramps on this game. There we go, 2 more ramps for Monster Fish. Nice. Monster Fish lit. 20 million, hurry up. Okay, it's counting down now. Goes for the post pass. Pays off. 15 million on the dot. That is still an excellent score for the first wave of Monster Fish. And now if she lights it again, it will be worth, starting value will be worth 30 million. Ooh, okay. Puts the pressure on Stephanie here though. Stephanie has to catch the score of this ball or Kelly will be crowned the winner of the tournament. Nice, straight into the ramps. Perfect. Here we go, one more ramp. Nearly. Ooh, okay, auto cast. Here we go, never fair. Here we go, Monster Fish. It's okay. Oh, okay. Nearly backhands it. Oh, nearly had it. Okay, it's counting down a bit. She's going to want to get this one because then the next one is going to be what overtakes Kelly's score. Okay, times this one out, unfortunately. Here we go, nice. Getting the first ramp lit. There we go, 1 of 6 ramps before her second Monster Fish is lit. She's doing a good job of keeping the ball alive. Nice recovery there. Nice inlane. Into the ramp. That is perfect. Nice. 3 out of 6 ramps. Nice. Good recovery. Got lucky with the inlane there. Okay, ramp's timed out. That's all good. She's now... Oh. I imagine Stephanie's feeling the nerves. Nice, there we go. Perfect. 2 more lit ramps. Nice. Oh. Oh, nearly got the final ramp. That's all good. She's now going to have to relight the ramps by either hitting an inlane or a ramp. Here we go. Ideally, you want that right ramp to be lit as the final one, so you can just smash that Monster Fish as soon as possible. Okay, ramp's timed out, but that's all good. Okay, back on. Whew. It's been the longest build up to a Monster Fish, but she's doing good at recovering. Here we go. Okay, just a bit late on the flipper. Goes for the backhand. Backfires on her. She nails that ramp. Oh, nice. Bit early that time. Oh shit, I thought they went up. Okay. Misses the second Monster Fish, however, she's nearly caught up to Kelly just from grinding away pure ramps. Nice. Got the feed frenzy going. Shit, this might actually be valuable. She has to hit both ramps and both orbits. All of them are worth 5 million each, and then the final shot is worth 20 million. There we go, just needs the left ramp and the left orbit. Come on. Okay, I believe she has overtaken Kelly's score. Nice, another 5 mil. If she can hit that left orbit, it's 20 million. This is a very cool mode. Come on. 5 seconds left in the mode. We can do it. I think that's mode over. All good. She is now actually taking the lead from just grinding away ramps and targets. Nice save there. That was perfect. Into the lock. Okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. Nice, good save there. Oh, even better save there. Into the ramps. Here we go. Stephanie has proved she knows how to recover. Oh, there we go. I love that. You can get a little air ball off the post there, which also gives you a long cast for free, which is very cute. Ooh, just misses the final ramp there. What a great ball from Stephanie. Pressure is now on Kelly. Although, what's that, like 33 million she needs, is something Kelly's more than capable of doing. On a game like Fishtails, you could very easily not achieve even little points. Nice, just straight into the ramps, not fooling around. Ramps, ramps, ramps. Monster fish, monster fish, monster fish. Here we go, 3 ramps in. Now we'll see if she has better luck comboing these ramps than Stephanie did. Oh, great saving into the line. Thank you, guys. Here we go, ball save still going. 54. Nice, here we go, back on the ramps. Nice, nearly was able to just throw that straight into a ramp. What an awesome ramp design found on this game. Nice! Manages the backhand. Whoa! Great save there. I really didn't think that was going to bounce between the flippers. Okay, here we go. Nice! One more ramp. Perfect. Monster fish time. Ooh. Trying the post pass, because it worked for her last time. And although you sacrifice a few overall points. Oh shit! I think that's a win to Stephanie. No way! Well done, Stephanie. Won the first 2 games and then won the tiebreaker for first. I believe that is Stephanie's first win of the Multiball Maidens. Hell yeah. Alright, we're going to sign off here, folks. Thank you all for watching. I've appreciated all you chatters and all that. This has been an excellent stream. And yeah, tune in once. We do a few streams a month. We'll be streaming next Thursday, I believe. Next Thursday, we'll be streaming regular monthly comps that are open-based tournaments, and we typically get like 30 to 40 people attending those. Should be a banger. All right, we'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you all for watching.